Welcome to my stables. I'm the DMobo, and welcome back to Echoes of the Past. Last episode. Oh boy. Gramille's body isn't actually Gramille's body. It is in fact the princess's Lasaya's body. Kyrish got Amora's summoning stone back, and Bert got a letter from the council saying, "We can't decide on these 5 candidates, so we would like your input." Bert did some shady shit, didn't explain the whole note, and he's like, let's go talk to Keith. They go talk to Keith, and in the meantime, Zundis pokes his head out, and is basically a loot dragon, gives them a whole bunch of stuff, and the party hears yelling coming from the entrance of the complex, where Riku and Keith are having a screaming match. Which is basically Keith is accusing Riku of not having her loyalties right, and slightly borderline accusing her of fame is getting to her head. And Riku is blaming Keith about responsibilities for not handing over a dead body to be handled properly, so it just doesn't decompose in the middle of the floor. Berg takes Keith aside to go have a nice private chat. Kyrish goes up to talk with the Clutch, and Rhea goes up to the war room, reuniting with Mr. Flibble. Now, the interesting part of last episode is that Kyrish, as he was talking to Estrel and Zundis about Sargayan, the fallen dragon, Isolde comes up and says, hey, there's someone or some things going on the side. Let's go check it out. They go check it out, and Kyrish sees Eni and Gramille, and he gets super pissed off. But before he can do anything, Eni just so lightly asks him if he wants to help reunite Gramille with Keith. And he ignores the bond of panic and worry through Lux, and that goes away, and he says, of course I do. Let's start making plans. Rhea goes in, sees Amor going through some night terror bullshit, calms her down, and in the meantime, Sage has overworked herself and face planted in a book.
I never do that.
Bullshit. She was sleeping with the pillow with the book as a pillow, and Rhea put her to bed, and Korric has been having quite a couple days. Let's just say his door has been red-carded from the very beginning, and only a select few ladies come in and out. He has been quite occupied and entertained throughout all of this. So, we will begin with Sage. You wake up to a very quiet house. Too quiet.
Too quiet. I'm not where I fell asleep, am I?
You look around and you are in your room.
Suspicious. Very suspicious. Is Darling around?
Not that you can see. His little nest of clothes, your clothes, is empty.
Okay, then. I stand up and go looking for everyone else. First in the house.
Not a soul is within the house.
That's bad. Okay. Fuck. What time of day is it?
I would say it would be midday.
Okay, so I way overslept. Whoops. Fine. Okay. Gather coat. Anything else important? Step out to the street. Anybody in the street that I can just like talk to really quick? Be like, hey, flag someone down.
These streets are oddly empty and quiet.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Roll me a listen check.
I don't like this at all. Listen. 11. Damn. I have a +8 to listen!
Oh, God. Damn. You listen around and you can't really hear anything, so you start walking, and all of a sudden, I need you to roll me a fortitude save.
Ah, shit. God damn it. Choke out!
Nee.
20! Dirty.
You feel something hit you in the back of the head, but with all of your fluff of hair, it doesn't dull the pain, but it prevents you from being knocked out.
Okay. I'm spinning around. Sage is already like spinning up a spell. Going, who the fuck?
So, as this happens, Rhea, hi Bert!
How's Bert?
Rhea, as you're holding Amora, you see Darling, who, kind of just stiffens, lets go of Mr. Flibble, snaps his head towards the door, and just takes off.
What got into him?
My boy comes to me.
I will update everybody, because I may have mentioned this in passing, but with Lux and Darling being so close to Riku's mega healing from Liba, Lux is basically the size of, we'll say, a ball python. She went from tiny to small, and then, oddly enough, D&D 3.5 says that eagles are considered small creatures. Yes, Darling is the size of, we'll go small eagle to, satisfy everybody. But when you turn around, Sage, you see two small Coatoans in Palor robes. One looks like to be a club down, and another one has another club swinging for your face. I need to roll a d20.
What the fuck?
Sage, does an 18 hit your armor class?
Pretty sure. Sorry,
Okay.
the beans are working on me. Armor class is 17. Yep.
Damn. Alright, so
I'm a wizard!
you're taking,
Sorry.
I would say 5 points of non-lethal. Roll me another fortitude save.
Another fortitude save? Do I have to?
Yes.
Have I been hit again?
Yeah.
Oh, right. That was an AC check.
Yep.
Fine. Crit! 27! Crit!
You take this club straight to the face, and you feel fiery pain and warmth as you hear a sickening crack and blood just starts pouring down your mouth. You see stars but you still don't go down. The two Coatoan frogs look at each other, look at you. One of them snaps their fingers. Do me a will save.
Oh, come on! Joke's on you. My will saves are better than my fortitude saves. 23. When do I get to hit back?
Now. For you feel something fuzzy in your head, but your rage is overpowering it, and the fuzziness goes away. What do you do?
Karate chop!
No, I'm thinking fireball, because Sage has been wanting to do a fireball.
Actually, you said there's two of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spin to the side, just enough to get them in a single line and cast a lightning bolt.
Okay.
It's a reflex save on their part.
Yep. What do I need to beat? What's the spell DC?
Oh, I can look. My spell DCs for 3rd level is a 17.
Okay.
And I have +1s to save and damage within 30 feet. So I think that means it's an 18 DC?
Yep.
Haha.
So,
Sparkly wrath.
the first one turns around and brandishes the club, but your purple electricity shoots forward, hits him square in the chest, but the frog saw you raising your arm and managed to jump onto the side of the wall, dodging the electricity.
He still takes half damage.
Not with evasion?
Evade?
Yeah,
Evasion.
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 Yep. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Alright, that's 76. Not great, okay.
76
But they
is
get
a
plus
lot.
1. I know, but I didn't roll great. I rolled a 28 total.
Your lightning rips through the frog, and he just
I guess it's 29.
stops. He just shudders, and he just kind of just crumples, and he's twitching. Almost like the frogs when you would apply electricity in science class. The other frog looks at you, and he snaps his fingers at you. Roll me another will save.
He really should be getting the message. Though then again, she is bleeding profusely. Will save, right?
Yes.
Another 23.
God damn! The fuzziness enters your mind, and you're on a roll. You have what you think killed someone with magic, and your confidence and your rage is still keeping the fuzziness at bay. What is your next move? Your other hand glows, and 5 missiles shoot from out of each of your fingertips. And one hits him in the hand, another hits him in the leg, 2 in the torso, and 1 in the back. He does fall off the wall, but this time, instead of doing magic, he takes something out of his pocket and throws it at you. So, considering an 18 hit you last time, I'm guessing a 19 will hit you.
Yeah.
Something sharp goes into your shoulder. Ironically, the same shoulder that you got shot in with the arrow in Liba.
Damn it.
And roll me fortitude save with disadvantage.
15 with disadvantage. What do you want from me?
You pull it out, and the fuzzy feeling is stronger. Your rage tries to push it away, but eventually, sleep is nice.
No.
I'd rather be
Do I
sleeping.
have one more action?
Nope. The last thing you hear is a very angry caw. And then
Yes,
sleep
darling!
takes you.
Avenge me!
Korric, you are waking up, and you have a Glen woman on your left and a Koatoan on your right. And Solus is snuffling at your feet, slightly whining. And you feel concern and worried through your bond with him.
Alright. I guess I'll get up and get around and see what's going on, see what the trouble is.
Solus waits for you to open the door, and once you're on his back, he trots out and sniffs the air a little bit. And he starts going in the direction of the house. You guys walk through the alleyways. And again, it's unnaturally quiet and empty. Roll a listen check.
I got a 20.
You hear in the distance the crackling of lightning and the angry caw of none other than Darling. Solus kind of crouches down to the ground and starts trotting a little faster. And you can feel the magical energy in the air as your hair begins to stand up on the back of your neck. And Solus doesn't completely round the corner, just enough for the two of you to see what's going on. And you see a small Koatoan in paler robes. And you see him slowly dragging Sage away and throwing something at Darling, which hits him, and he falters and flutters slightly down on top of Sage. The two of them, you notice, are sleeping. What do you wish to do?
You said a lot of names that I don't remember.
So there is a frog in white claret robes, dragging away a sleeping Sage and her raven Darling.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and deal with that. So that's what the little magic missile thing, the result of that was it knocked her out.
You don't know what made her fall asleep, but when you go after the frog, are you doing it stealthily? How are you gonna go about it?
I think I'll cast, what is it, Obscuring Fog?
Okay. Orange energy gathers around you, and from your point, an orange mist starts to roll in. And it goes through the alleyways and it slowly covers Sage, Darling, and the frog. You hear the frog curse, and you can still hear the slow dragging sounds away.
Okay. Now that, so he's obscured, so his visibility is going to be, you can't see me very well. We'll have some frog legs.
Hell yeah.
So
The flaming enema.
Solus slowly prowls forward. Roll me a move silent check for him, please.
23.
He moves ever so slightly. He is as quiet as the mist that rolled in, and he stays far enough to where you can't see the full colors and everything, but you can definitely see the solid silhouettes amongst the mitts. So, with your spear, roll an attack.
24. Shit.
You edge Solus just closer enough to where you can see the color of Sage's boot, and you focus on the center of the standing target, and you thrust your spear in, and you feel the satisfying resistance and the squelch of your spear puncturing something. Roll for damage.
10.
Also roll for fire damage.
Plus 5 fire damage. 19. And I got a sparkle shield. I'll have to add that in.
But so you said what, 5d5? Or...
It was plus 5.
Oh,
is
plus
all it
5.
says.
Oh, okay. And as you stab into the frog, flames erupt, and it takes away some of the mist, and you see the small frog. You recognize him as one of the clerics in the Frog City Brawl, and he grips the spear and stupidly pulls it out of himself, and as he does, the flames on your spear light up, and his hands and robes catch fire, and he lets go of it, and he starts trying to pat himself out, but unfortunately he just slows down and drops, and there is the nice fresh scent of cooking frog.
That's how you solve a problem.
That's amazing. You just cooked some
Never gonna
frog
live this down.
legs. Well,
Now that the frog's dead, we go over and we wake Sage up.
How do you do that?
water right in the face. Oh,
Hey,
Actually,
Kidding.
I
No,
can
it's
do
really-
that.
I will drive up there and punch you.
Please do.
I don't know. I think I have like, is she unconscious magically or just like bonked on the head?
You can sense that there is magic residue that is not hers. And you notice it's focused around her shoulder.
Can I detect poisons?
There is your hair rises, your hackles rise as you can detect a small trace of poison focused on her shoulder.
Okay. Neutralize
Yep.
poison. Immunizes subject against poison, detoxifies venom in or on subject.
Your orange magic floats around Sage and centers and goes into the shoulder wound and subsides. And Sage, your vision is blurry, and as you open your eyes, there is an also equally groggy darling upon your chest, and there is just orange mist and the silhouette of Solus and Korric above you. And you smell the scent of cooking frog.
Just kind of takes it and raises her head a little bit, takes it all in, lets it flop back down, and goes, I'm never living this down. Hey, Korric. Finally surface enough to help.
Yeah, I thought you might need a little bit.
It's
Took care of
fine.
this frog for you.
I had the situation under control.
It didn't look under control. It is now.
The ways of wizards are esoteric, and I wouldn't expect you to understand. Get up to my feet, kind of wipe the worst of the blood from my face. Do you know where everybody is? These frogs attacked me out of nowhere. Like, kick the burning one a little bit.
I have no idea, and I'm glad I didn't stop to ask what's going on.
They just attacked me when I walked out of the house. They look like they're wearing religious robes. Isn't that what Rhea wears? Kick him again for good measure. God, darling, are you alright?
He's dead now.
No, he's just unconscious. Do what you
Darling.
need.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can cast neutralize poison on Darling and kick the frog.
That's just therapeutic.
Darling kind of shakes his head and kind of does that bird shake feather wiggle. And he just looks around, looks at the frog. The burning frog goes on the part that's not on flames yet, goes over, and just takes his club and just scratches it down.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
I can't leave you alone for 5 minutes.
Where were you?
I was with Rhea.
Right, well, a fucking frog attacked me when I walked outside, so I wouldn't exactly call that my fault.
I'm not saying it was your fault.
You said you couldn't leave me alone for 5 minutes. I was fine. I had the situation under control.
Says you that was sleeping.
I killed one of them. I just didn't want to put in the effort to fully eviscerate the other one. I'll be better. Where's Rhea? You said you were with her? Where the fuck is everybody, bud?
So, Mr. Flibble...
Also, you're big. Did you get bigger?
Yeah, I've gotten bigger since that weird moment with Riku in the Leigh thing with her mega healing. I guess it just
Aw.
took some time to just...
My little
Get-
guy's all grown up. You big boy now. I give him scritches.
He does like a bird coo. He like mimics a purr as he puts his beak up.
But yeah, Rhea and Mr. Flibble are in the infirmary with Mora. Bert went to go talk to Keith somewhere in the inn, or the first floor of that huge building. And then Kyrish went to go talk to the dragon siblings about something.
The dragon siblings. Are they underground here?
I guess? I don't know. That's a question for Kyrish.
Seems reckless to go to them alone. Okay. Let's go to
His
Rhea first.
argument was he has the protection of 4 plus more dragons.
You know, that's a valid argument. They are
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, Rhea wanted to go with, but I don't know. I guess he had some personal thing to go over. Whatever. Look, I'm just the
Let's
bird.
go find Rhea then. We still need to figure out what's at the bottom of the house.
I thought we were gonna wait for Kyrish to get back.
Well, we can. I also want to figure out what some fucking frogs attacked me for. Kick it again. And Riku might be able to answer that. She's probably at the infirmary.
Oh yeah. Man, to say shit went down,
Fill me in on the way. I start walking. You want to come, Korric?
Yes.
Sage, do you translate what Darling is saying to you to Korrigan?
Oh. Yeah, I probably should. I'll fill in Korric really quick. Being like, oh yeah, Darling says a bunch of this crazy shit went down. I can tell him about the crazy shit. So now we're gonna go find Riku and Rhea to figure out what the hell that is all about.
So,
Sounds good.
Can't even take a fucking nap.
and we are going to switch.
Ah.
Yup. Kyrish, you feel really, really inclined to help Gramil reunite with Keith. You've seen how Keith's been, and he really, really misses his best friend. And Isolde raises her head up, fully allowing you in full sight, and brings her head to rest on the forest floor as Annie discusses strategy. You're going to dispel your magic, or I will burn you and your friend to mere ash, and then burn that ash into complete nothingness. Oh, well, hey, Kyrish, who's this big red dragon friend of yours?
Well, being completely complacent, he's just going to answer her matter-of-factly. Oh, that's Eastrel.
Eastrel, huh? That's such a beautiful name. That's so pretty. Pretty for a pretty red dragon.
She very much is. I'm sure she would appreciate the compliment.
Your nicety is false. Release my friend and my sister, and I might give you a swift death.
Oh, now, it's fine.
Zundis comes up, and he towers over Eastrel. We won't ask again. And he's going to grab Gramil, who starts to struggle a little bit. Release them. I release him.
Okay, so am I inclined to be with them? Like, I'm gonna try and protect them?
Them as in Annie and Gramil? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And Isolde's the one to grab him?
Zundis.
Oh, Zundis.
So basically, right now, you're seeing Eastrel and Zundis as being super aggressive for no reason.
Okay. Zundis, what are you doing? Put him down.
Annie smirks. Right. You don't want to upset Kyrish here. He's a lot more powerful than you think. Come on, why don't you put our friend down? Because if we return Gramil to Keith unharmed, don't you think that'll make Keith a little upset? Okay. So... Oh. Fuck. And Kyrish, you see Eastrel and Zundis furious, rage written across their faces, but as soon as Annie finishes her sentence, they both calm down. Right. Sorry, a lot of things have happened. Can't be too careful with who you meet nowadays. And he slowly sets him down.
Don't worry, I understand. It's an odd situation, to be sure, but everything's fine.
So, what's your plan to get Gramil and Keith reunited? Have you thought of one yet? I was thinking that, y'all could take Kyrish back and, just let them know that at the funeral, there's going to be a special surprise. Now, the thing is, Kyrish, when you get back to the city, your memory's gonna be a little bit hazy, but that's okay. That's normal. Sometimes, you know when you go through a door and you're like, okay, I need these 3 things from the kitchen, and you go through the kitchen doorway and you can't remember what those things are? That's kind of what's gonna happen. You're gonna remember that there's something special that's gonna happen at the funeral tonight, but you're not gonna remember. You're not gonna remember seeing me and whatnot. But that's okay, that's normal.
But I'm going to forget that Gramil's here.
Oh, but you'll see him again at the funeral. See, the funeral has to be held outside of that special bubble because, let's be honest, there was a lot of casualties in Tarn. And there's no way they can fit everybody at the city.
To be quite honest, I'm not sure there's going to be a funeral now. There's no body for Gramil.
Well, I mean, Gramil's not the only. Well, that's the thing. That's the surprise. Gramil's gonna show up and basically, surprise Keith.
Gramil's
mean,
gonna show up and we're like, I'm ready to be buried now.
That sounds lovely, but don't you think you could do it a bit better?
Well, see, I do want to see my lovely Rhea again, but I want it to be just as special. See, why not seeing the love of your life amidst the flames? As you know how the Glen funeral is. What's more romantic? Just barging in the city, or just being silhouetted by firelight?
Who am I to tell you what is romantic and what isn't?
No, I was just asking your personal opinion, but we would both be surprising our loved ones. Now, you're gonna ask who you saw. Well, you're just...
I won't say a word.
You're so great at keeping surprises.
I do try. Well, is there anything else you need out here?
Oh no, we just have to wait a little bit. It's not nightfall yet, and we have to wait until the time's right. But
Understandable.
we wouldn't want your friends to worry any longer. I know we've been out here for a little bit, so why don't you all go back and to your friends and whatnot?
Very well, we shall do that. And he bows, and I guess one of the dragons is going to take him back to the desert.
Yep. Isolde takes point, and Isolde and Zundis fall behind her. And they, swim back to the city.
Right, well, here's your stop. We will see you later tonight, and we will place Sergei's wings amongst those that need to be buried.
Yes, I think that's fitting.
On behalf of myself and my younger sisters, we accept your apology. It doesn't bring him back, but you defended yourselves, and you didn't know.
That's heartening to hear. Thank you. Truly.
And he's not under control anymore, so he's happy wherever his soul is now. So it's all good.
Yes, I know. I can't imagine being under control like that. It must be a strange experience.
Yeah, I know I was tired a lot. And when I woke up, it smelled really stinky.
Odd. And he yawns, and he, says, well, I suppose I'd better go find the others. What are you lot going to do in the meantime?
I don't know. I might go back talk to that nice pink lady. She seemed really nice.
Yes, indeed. I would like to get to know her a little bit more.
Are we in the city limits?
You are outside, but they're right outside of the bubble. Basically the entrance to the city.
Okay. Well, do as you wish, I suppose, but, like I said, I'm going to go find the others and let them know what's going on.
They nod, and Isolde lowers her head, so you just have to step down off of it. She waggles her ears, and Isolde and Zundis both bow their head to you, and they start going back the way you came. Ishtoa magnificent, almost like a swan in a lake. Zundis very proud and protective, and Isolde doing little dolphin hops out of the sand. You go in the bubble, and as you do, you feel slight pain, both physically and through your bond, as it's like a slight burning as you pass through, almost like briefly touching a hot stove. But as soon as you're passed through, the pain stops. You remember, and as your mind focuses back away from the pain, you remember something special is happening at the funeral tonight. You don't remember what, and you can't remember who you talked to. Maybe it was from the dragons themselves that told you this. Probably. That makes the most sense. That's who you've been talking to this whole time. You go down, and as you were going down the steps, you see Korric, Solus, and Sage.
Oh! Hello! I was just looking for you lot.
How'd speaking with the dragons go?
Fairly well. I believe they have something planned for the funeral.
Funeral?
Yes, the funeral for everyone who died. You know, that's normally what funerals are for.
Yes, thanks.
You're welcome.
But like died where?
Kyrish just blinks at her. And he kind of like slowly looks around. Yeah. They died.
Did we already send
yeah.
off the Goulins? Also, do you know anything about killer frogs?
Killer frogs?
Yeah,
a
pillar
little-
frogs in ropes.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, there was a bit of a scuffle earlier. Why? What happened?
Well, there was a bit of a scuffle now.
Does he notice the marks on Sage?
You would notice that her mouth is bloodstained. The sleeve More of the cuff of her coat is stained with blood, probably from wiping it off. And you notice there is a small blood mark on her shoulder.
What happened?
Frogs happened, and I intend to find out why. Which means I'm gonna go find Rhea and Riku, because they were Palor frogs, which is what Riku is, and I'm gonna have some words. You wanna come?
I mean, I'll come, but I don't think Riku's going to have a whole lot to say about this. There's something strange going on with these fanatics.
Strange. Wow, you don't say.
All right, Sage. You get beaten up in an alleyway once.
I wasn't expecting it.
He looks her up and down. I'd say so. Aye. You got your ass handed to you, didn't you?
I killed one of them, and half killed the other.
Korric, did you have to save her?
No!
Burnt one alive.
Oh, wonderful.
I fried one alive.
How many were there?
2.
Yeah, looks like you didn't finish the job.
Hey, Kyrish?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Right. I know that's
I'm gonna
not an
start
offer
walking
because
towards
you
where I'm
and
going.
Rhea.
What did you...
From the collar of his coat, Lux kind of pokes her head out and gives you a very sly, snaky grin.
You fucking snake.
She is, yes.
Literally.
She starts hissing, and you can tell by the pattern of the hisses that it's laughter.
Oh, God.
I'm leaving. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh, wonderful, lead on.
Fuck off!
Perhaps we'll save you from another ambush.
Hate it here.
Darling looks back from you, back to Kyrish, to Lux, back to you.
What the hell happened?
Lux is a tattletale, that's what happened.
So, Lux, fill me under the details.
Oh, well, darling. Oh,
Don't
come...
you... Darling, don't get any information from that snake.
Oh, but darling, you have to know. Oh my goodness, it was just so cute. Come over here. And darling looks longingly at Lux and apologetically to you, flaps off your shoulder and lands on Kirish's shoulder and like bends his head towards Lux.
Traitor!
And there's just hissing and bird chittering going back and forth. No! Oh my god, it finally happened! And he, like, spreads his wings out, which, Kyrish, actually gives you a nice bit of shade on the top of your head. Yes, it finally happened! Yes! But all you hear is, caw! Caw!
What do you mean, finally? I'm not listening, I'm ignoring all of you.
Oh, you can only listen to half of us anyway.
Solus cocks his head. Like, I went in on this. And so Darling goes from Kyrish on the top of Solus's head and chitters in Solus's ear. And Korric, through your bond, you feel excitement and that sense of victory. And he howls happily.
The animals are conspiring against me. I'm gonna get ready to beat all of you up.
So, out of character, okay, I didn't even realize this before, but you mentioning about Darling giving shade to Kirish's head, he's bald,
Yeah.
right? Like,
yeah.
like he's got that fucking waxy baldness, right? In this desert sun, when he goes outside, his runes aren't the brightest fucking thing people are gonna see. He's going to be able to blind people with this bald head.
He fucking shines.
I didn't even realize that.
I personally feel attacked.
Kyrish casts Flare just by bending over.
Would it be
As
considered?
dazzling lights.
Would it be considered moon if he drops Chow and the sun hits his ass?
Oh, God.
That's Ray of crack.
You
Sorry.
all.
Lack of hair is a skill issue, honestly.
Scale
Bird.
issue.
One of the shortcomings of Illumians, they just can't grow hair.
Yeah. I don't consider it a shortcoming. I just
Get
shave.
wrecked, old man.
I just bick it and call it bald camouflage.
That explains why Kyrish keeps giving Bert's beard the envious look.
Yep, that's it. That's it right there, man.
That's no shins and I'm bald. You might as well call me Cotton.
We switch scenes to Keith and Bert in the hotel room. Keith just looks annoyed, gets up, and opens the door and silently leaves. It gives a small grunt of acknowledgement. Bert, do you follow him?
Yes, I need to ask him his opinion on the matter of, if not him, then who?
You follow him out and you see Kyrish, Darling, Lux, Sage, Korric, and Solus.
Well, hello everybody.
Did we see Keith leave looking angry?
He's irritated.
He hasn't left. He entered the hallway just as you guys were coming in, so it's like more of, he looks not angry, but just annoyed. He looks just done with today.
Great. Is Sage? No, Sage isn't empathetic enough to clock that.
So, as he's walking away, I'm going to ask him that very question. Keith, I need your honest opinion, real quick. If not you, who? Who would you in your heart believe could lead without corruption?
Anyone on that list, really. They had good sense of judgment of character, it's just they're all too bullheaded to actually pick someone else. We're all
Did
at
I
a
tell
tie.
him? Did I tell him everybody that was on the list?
No,
Or did I
but
withheld from him as well, right?
yes, but he figured out he's smart enough to where he knows that they just wouldn't have Gondra pick two names because at that time there wouldn't be a tiebreaker because there's 5 of them. So he knows that there's more people.
But he doesn't know who.
Exactly.
I have a
And he
recommendation.
doesn't know why I'm withholding. Correct?
Yeah, he knows that you're not being completely honest, but he's not going to push you for who is all on the list.
Okay. Well, now that everybody's here, I'm just gonna turn around and say that we've been asked by the city council or the council to nominate or give our opinion on who should be nominated for leadership. I didn't want to say it, but one of the names on there was well, it was what, Ishtok?
Ishtok, the Princess, Kyrish, Sage, and Amora.
Shit. Yeah.
I'm sorry. They could pick anybody and they picked those names.
Sage.
Bert is the only one that has the full list.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if he was giving those to us.
No, I was just. Shut up, dog. I'm not playing with you right now. Go. I love you, but God, you're being annoying. So I just wanted everybody to know that they'd asked out of a list of names for our opinion on him. Ishtok was one. Amora was one. We all know that Amora's not ideal at this time for leadership. Nor would she probably take it because, well, just I don't think she's in the position to stay in one place for a long time.
I mean, Ishtok has a good connection to the city.
Ishtok is.
Obviously, the princess is a non
Well,
sequitur.
Yeah, she's deceased.
Everybody except Bert can see Keith's face darken as he slowly turns to Bert.
So you ask me on my opinion of my candidacy, but you're assuming what Amora wants and what she thinks. You didn't even ask her?
Okay,
seriously?
Hold up. First of all,
Hey man, I've already
Amora's
killed
not-
one guy today.
Amora's
We can make it
not
two.
mentally
He starts to glow with beige energy.
capable of taking.
Keith,
Keith
I'm gonna intervene.
just fucking did what? Hold on, no. Do I see this?
He starts glowing as Korric threatens him.
Keith, calm down. We were going to ask her. This is our initial brainstorming.
First of all, you don't know what mental state she's in right now, and if you do, then you clearly understand that.
Why
she's
are we even
incapable
asking Keith?
of being? I
If
asked
his-
Keith.
His name's
because-
on the list. We shouldn't even be talking to him about the list.
I mean, he'd make a good leader.
And
Bert-
why not?
Bert
I
has
I truly
also...
believe that Keith's presence and loyalty and help in every situation that we've been in that he's been with us so far has earned him our trust and gratitude, and that was the reason that I wanted to ask him if I could put his name in the pot for who I think would be a great leader. He
And-
declined it. That's fine.
And Bert has
I didn't
also
want to
admitted...
tell. Oh, go ahead.
Bert has also admitted the fact that if Gondra had any people they wanted to be nominated, they could write it down on the list to send back to the elders.
It is up to Gondra who we as a group can agree upon would make a great leader. I'm sorry, Sage, your name's on the list.
Fuck no. No, just because we're good at kicking some ass doesn't mean we can decide who leads an entire city.
Sage,
I
didn't mention it before because it's not. I care too much about you. I care too much for your. Everybody is out there. There's tons of people that are out to kill high-powered leaders and take over places like this. And you've already been in too much trauma and war.
But
That's very
for-
sweet, Bert.
for
Somebody
lack
did
of a
just try to
better
kill
word.
me. Like, somebody absolutely did just try to kill me, so I don't think it's really going to be an issue of position.
aside from that, Sage, but we don't need
Well-
to actually make that decision.
Yeah, why not let the people vote?
Precisely. Why don't we suggest that the people themselves actually vote their leader?
Democracy.
See, I was thinking more along the lines of maybe us as a group sit down and become a leading council for a couple of places.
But who are we to lead the city?
Again, we're good at kicking ass, not making choices. We're very bad at making choices.
Some of us are good at kicking ass. Some of us
Some
are
of us
good
Pretty
at
sure
getting
every
our
time
asses kicked.
I make a choice, Sage gets her life saved. Just saying.
I'm pretty sure every time you
You
make
both
a
are
choice,
dying
a frog
in
gets
very
pregnant.
serious circumstances.
Well, that's different. I don't have to make that choice. They're just making it for me.
Okay. And so,
I'm great at kicking ass. Fucking damn it.
We
yes, you are
also
very kicking ass.
Thank you.
we
It's
also
just
don't
yawns in the
know
background.
we also don't know when the king or queen is going to be taking the throne. Bert has told me that you guys don't even know that yet. Which I told him should be the first thing that he does after this, so that way we can make a proper choice. Well, you can make a proper choice.
Great. Let's go find Rhea and get on it.
And again, we are
Get
not
crazy about
the
it.
right ones for this
Speaking of Rhea,
job.
why is she not here?
I think she's in the infirmary with Riku or something, who I'm going to yell at about frogs trying to kill me, by the
Hey.
way.
It's not Riku's fault.
Well, they're wearing her robes. They're from her order.
And they're being run by whom?
Fuck if I know. Paylor?
Well, it's not
maybe I should
her,
trust
is it?
God.
Really? Paylor? Are you really that... You're an sage. Use your head, not your emotions.
Do you think I could kill a god?
I mean, no. No, I don't.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I just want some answers, and she seems like the first place to look for some.
Let's go find Rhea.
And we can talk about making this a democratic vote, I say with a look at Kyrish. I like that idea. It's a good idea.
Wonderful. We got one person on my
So
side.
the people pick their slaver? That's wonderful.
Oh, calm the fuck down. Somebody has to rule. Might as well let people have a
Alright.
say.
But if these common folk don't have any leadership driving them forward, where do you think they're going to end up in not even 2 years?
So, okay, this is why I said Ishtok would, I think, if not Keith. And I gave Keith the opportunity, and I listed off the people. And I'm telling you, I don't want...
But what
I
I'm
don't want
saying
Korric.
is, though, Bert, who are we to decide who's going to dictate
it's
what
not-
these people do?
I don't believe it's completely up to us. I believe that we could just how do I say? It's not that we are their rulers. I don't want to be their rulers. I want to be the protectors of the peoples.
But you were just saying how you wanted us to be a council of cities or
Of
something.
protectors, yes. Over multiple cities.
I don't want that. For myself.
Why wouldn't you want to do good for the people?
Doing good for the people is one thing, Bert, but avenging my family and loved ones, that's enough for me. I don't want any more after that.
Okay.
My
Well, then
retirement
vote's
plans sure don't
Ishtok.
include that.
My vote's Ishtok then.
Alright.
Something
well,
tells me Bert's not actually listening to anything that I've said.
he does not seem to be understanding the concept I'm quoting. That's fine. We'll talk to you.
Oh, never mind. You guys want to give the people the power to appoint whoever they want. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Wonderful idea.
We've been
Absolutely
drinking.
takes all the stress off of my shoulders, and I no longer give a shit as he tips up his tankard or his wineskin and drinks a whole bunch more.
I'm more concerned that he's not been drinking.
That could have something to do with it.
I think it does. Well, where was Rhea again?
Infirmary. Not too
Ah.
far now.
Alright, let's go get her then. Let's go get your beloved.
You shut your fucking.
He starts giggling
Now.
as he walks away.
What? Talk about emotion.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You all
Why are you
had
being so emotional?
Do you even know me?
Oh yes, child, I know you very well. That's all you are is emotion.
I am 20 fucking 2 years old. I am not a child.
It's certainly acting like one right now.
Well, whatever you say.
Lex is going to emit a hiss, like Sage just got burned. You all head upstairs, and you see Riku going back and forth between people in the beds. You see Mara going to another row of beds. You see Holly, Quince, and Rosemary at a cabinet mixing different herbs and whatnot and handing it to Riku and Mara that stopped by. And when you reach the hallway, you see Dawn standing in front of a door.
Who?
Dawn, the owner of Ollie's.
Mm.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's happening?
I needed a moment to talk to Riku and also Mara. But first, Riku. Riku!
What? I'm busy!
Can I follow you and ask you something for a minute?
Just don't touch the patients.
You act like I'm incompetent, Riku.
She doesn't say anything, but you hear her voice from not inside the room. So, the little penguin guy and Rhea is in the room with Amora, if you guys want to see her.
I guess.
Yeah.
Grand. Amora's awake
Yeah.
then.
From what I've heard, but Sage, I thought you were gonna go talk to Riku.
Oh, Riku's outside. Yes, that. Sorry. Misunderstanding on my part. Theater of the mind misled me. You guys go. I'll be right in.
Sage turns around and... How does she walk off?
Normally?
Well, look, Sage sounded super pissed, alright, so...
I mean, she is, but... They're always at her for something or other, so just... Sage's normal walk has a little bit of sass to it. Just on the status quo.
You see Sage sassily walk away. You walk in to see a destroyed room. The bed is overturned, the chair is overturned, the desk is also overturned, there's shit all over the floor. And in the corner furthest away from the door, there is Rhea holding a very quiet, shaking Amora, and Mr. Flibble turns around, brandishes his dagger sword. I'm gonna... Oh, it's you guys.
By the gods, who shat on the floor?
He looks around. There's no poo on the floor.
You said there was shit on the floor, ma'am.
Like, instruments. Like, medical instruments. And
You
stuff.
said there was shit on the
That's
floor.
Oh my god.
You're away. Not for a theater at it either. He looks around. Hell happened in here?
Amora mutters under her breath.
That's weird muttering.
Rhea, she whispers. Her voice is a little bit hoarse. She asks your assistants to help her up.
Rhea will help her up, but she just lost the others. So how did the talks go with the dragons?
As well as it could have. I'd given them the remains of their lost sibling.
I see. And your business with how'd things go with you, Bet?
With what?
Because while we were there at the same time, Bert went off to do other stuff, so she's asking how Bert's business went.
I
Well,
didn't hear Bert, sorry.
to say that, I don't know. I tried to talk to Keith about being a leader. Then I brought it all to the rest of our group, and everybody kind of wants to give the rule of Gula back to the people of Gula and let them choose if they want to have a leader or how they want to do their own leadership. If they want to vote for somebody.
I suppose it makes sense.
Keith
Weight
just
off my
rolls his
shoulders.
eyes.
Gives me time to go take care of more people around the world.
I mean, it's got to be the people they're serving. It doesn't make sense that the people choose. And I'm assuming Sage is still asleep.
No.
Huh?
First stage. Stages.
Where is she then?
Sage is just outside talking to Riku.
Oh,
Which
She
the
just
boys
like
know.
looks past you all to Riku. To Sage and Riku.
Are
Why
they
does
in
it look
another
like
room?
Yeah, there. So when you walked up the stairway, on the left was the private rooms, and on the right is where like the open infirmary is.
Why does it look like someone beamed her with a rock?
You wouldn't be able to see her. That's the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind then.
Yeah, she's
It
just
does,
outside
though.
talking around the corner talking to Riku. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Amora's feeling a bit tired out after her nightmares.
But I'm feeling much better now that I'm awake.
I'm glad to hear it. I didn't know what to do for you earlier, so I just told Flibbo to look after you and let you rest, but I can see that may have been the wrong thing to do. Did you hurt anyone? Did you kill anyone?
I don't think I did. I don't see any blood on me, so...
Okay. You were thrashing around a lot. A lot.
She kind of just looks down sheepishly.
It's nothing you could help, I'm sure. But when a rock comes rolling at you, you really can't do a whole lot to stop it. Unless you're Sage, and then you can attempt to blow it up, but probably fail doing that and get beaten up in the roadway. And...
Rude!
She just cocked her head. Are you telling me Sage got mugged?
Oh, what a wonderful
No!
segue! Yes! Yes!
Who did it?
You barely got a scratch. Well, she got frogged.
Amora's
there-
eyes narrow and darken. What
there-
frog?
Well, there were some frogs that were wearing Palor robes, and they were doing the work of, well, you know. So,
So there's more of them there still.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure what's going on around here, but things are certainly starting to heat up.
I'm assuming it will be the same situation as the two that we fought before.
Likely. You want to interrogate them again? Or, well, if we
I,
find
I,
another.
I think the rats have eaten enough today.
Oh, we could try bats. Spiders?
I thought you were going to go keep rhyming down the line and say cats next, but
I
I can
haven't
eat 'em.
tried cats. I could probably do that.
Mr.
Oh.
Flibble waves his flippers. I can eat them.
That's interesting. I think I'd like to see that.
He just smiles evilly.
that's concerning, but I also wouldn't put it past you.
Right, well, before I go anywhere, I would like some proper clothes. I'm tired of wearing these undergarments all day. It's annoying.
Allow me to go get you some robes from the temple.
You don't want to go out in the nude?
As much as you would like that, Kyrish, no, I would not.
Oh, what a shame. Alright.
It is
I hear from Korric that it's very refreshing.
Yes, could you find something then, Bert?
Yes.
Probably no payload robes. We don't want any misidentification.
I'm also not a
trying-
frog.
Very true. I just want to say that, I mean, I'll try and find some neutral robes. And out I go, and I am going to head out.
You head out and you see Sage and Riku talking. Sage, you see Riku hopping from patient to patient, giving them potions, stitching them up, giving them quick physical assessments. Mainly doing physical medicine, very little magical healing. Alright, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I woke up from an impromptu nap and apparently have missed a couple of things, like why there are frogs and Palor ropes attacking everybody, and I was wondering if you might know anything about that, being one such frog yourself.
Kyrish just chimes in from the back. She was knocked the fuck out.
Hey, you're not here! Nobody can tell that I'm
That's fucking
still covered
funny.
in blood.
Covered in blood?
Riku's head snaps sharply to you, and her gaze is death.
Why are you looking at me like that?
So, because I wear paler robes, I'm automatically grouped in with the murder frogs. Cool. Alright.
Well, I was just kind of curious if you knew where they came from. I didn't mean to imply you were a murder frog.
Long story short, the entire Church of Palor was all traitorous, and they worked for the Dark One, so... yeah, it's pretty much me and two others that are...
What?
not affected, so yeah.
How? How does an entire church turn traitor?
Because apparently it's easy to lie to everybody if it's just easy to lie, I guess. And easy to lie to gods and whatever, so...
Oh, I swear if the Dark Lord did any kind of imitating Palor, I'm going to fucking that asshat. Well,
maybe, considering that, you know, he's a son of Palor, but you know.
Oh yeah, that bitch. Well, great.
I didn't
So-
know we actually did that.
Sorry.
Yes, because the king's brother is the Dark Ruler, and the king is a descendant. The king and his brother are descendants of Palor. You learned this when you first entered Gula.
Good
So-
God.
Yep.
So that's common knowledge for us now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Riku, does your magic still work?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
I guess maybe you have more now that there's fewer. Anyways, I had to
She's
kill
probably
two of those frogs.
concerned that your magic doesn't work because hers doesn't really work.
You are not
Well-
here! I had to kill two frogs, and I kind of felt bad about it, but also not because they definitely tried to kill me. So,
Yeah, well, basically the Church of Palor is pretty much disbanded. It's now just single worshippers here and there. But I've been doing my best here, so...
we can look into fixing that once we fix some more imminent problems.
Yeah, it's more of a people's faith than it is just fixing it. The people's gotta worship Palor themselves. It's their choice.
Right. Well, I'm glad you're not dead, and also not a murder frog.
Oh, I can be a murder frog, but, you know, not just because someone told me to. More of self-defense.
Please don't be a murder frog to me. I am so tired of killing.
You hear a voice. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get her pissed off. One of the frogs, like, totally
Rosemary?
messed up and bloodied up the infirmary, and she maced their face in until
Rose-
it was just smush.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she was super pissed. It was
I look
pretty
at Rika
bad.
with new respect. Cool.
First
Do
off,
I hear this whole conversation?
yes.
Hey, Riku, do you know how to get blood out of cloth? I stained my favorite coat.
Yeah, you're just gonna grab a little bit of, some concentrated cleaning water, dilute it with pure water, add a little bit of soap, and then just scrub it really good.
You know, maybe I'll just use magic.
You could just pee on it.
Bert, in
That
what
is
world would
so
work?
unsanitary.
No, the ammonia lifts the stain, and then you can just wash it by hand, and it's all good again. Trust me.
Ew.
Do you see any stains in my robes? No.
Well, you do piss in them a lot.
I'm surprised I haven't seen shit on your robes.
Right.
You ain't looked very
Well,
close.
I gotta go talk to Mara. I'll see you around, Riku.
Alright. And you see Mara a few rows up, and she's doing more magical healing than physical. And she's bustling
Mara
around.
is?
Yeah. The one who
Okay,
delivered the note.
Okay. Now, let's see here.
Mara?
Oh, hey, Sage. It's good to see you up and running.
How long have you known magical here?
Pretty much all my life.
Right, no, right. Memories. They're here. That's actually, I came to talk to you about that.
That's great.
I didn't realize when we first met in Tarn, and by met I mean when I didn't have my memories.
Thank you.
We literally adventured together.
Yeah, it's what I tried saying, and then you didn't believe me, so that was a bit awkward.
Right. Sorry. Listen. Is anybody else from the old group still alive?
She looks down and shakes her head.
Right. Cleothere is being used by the Dark Lord.
He would make sense. Since she, is gone.
Right. I have partial evidence and reason to believe that the reason we were ever targeted, the whole group, I mean, that night that she did die, that it was because I was with the group. The Dark Lord and I share a master, and he had reason to want me to stop adventuring. I believe he might have orchestrated it all. So, I have to be very careful now with who I associate. Just in general. So, yeah, I may not talk to you a lot until this is all over. For your own safety.
She shrugs. I'm here now, and home is probably destroyed by now, so
Right.
honestly, no one's really safe.
I'm just sorry that all went down. If I had known it, that I had a target on my back, I wouldn't have been there.
Well, powerful people have targets. You can't just blame yourself. I mean, when we saw the swarm of dragons coming in, we thought we were gone. Can't get much more powerful than a dragon.
No, it can't. But do me a favor and stick close to my siblings. They're dumbasses, but the four of you are pretty capable together.
She gives a
And
small
I can't always be around to make sure you guys are okay.
She gives a small smile. Yeah, well, Amora told me that their safety should be my priority, and, well, she hasn't told me I was released to that promise yet, so it shall remain.
I think Sage gives her a hug, which is perhaps shocking for both of them.
She, like, tenses and freezes on the spot, and kind of hugs you back. Just the same way that you hug people, like a little bit awkward with a few small couple pats.
Sorry, it's just nice to remember that I have friends.
I mean, you've always had friends.
I guess that's true. And I'm gonna, like, make a very awkward exit from the conversation.
We go back to Amora's room, where
Oh yeah, I guess I'll make my way to Amora's room eventually.
Amora kind of separates from Rhea a little bit, standing on her own, but still close enough to Rhea that if she falters, she can catch on. Right, well, is there anything else I need to be updated on?
Is anybody gonna say anything about the disappearance of Camille?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right,
And
yeah,
that whole
that's the thing.
situation?
The
'Cause, I
fucking
mean-
what?
Oh,
Did you not-
you didn't
Wait.
hear about Gramil dying and me being fucking traumatized and then his body disappearing and then it all
Does Rhea
becoming...
sees age now?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I had
You,
heard of it.
Rhea will see, like, the blood of the injury and just kind of rush over. What happened?
Hi,
Hi, what happened?
frogs. I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Whereabouts are they? Did they need their ass kicking?
No, I killed them.
Oh, it's so adorable.
After she got her ass
Got you.
whooped. Oh.
No, not shush you to Kyrish.
Amora will just raise her eyebrows and just have the shittiest eating grin on her face.
So you just kind of like looking up at Ray and goes, you know, you're not paying for its level right now.
Mhm.
I'm not being what, sorry?
You guys act like that's a secret. That's so cute.
There's no possible way it's... Yeah, fuck. Everybody knows now. Never mind.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it a secret, but
It's
you know
kind of
how
been
big
obvious
Snake's
for a
mouths can be.
while. It's kind of been obvious for a while, and then
You guys
Well.
are so cute.
and
It
then the
was-
lovely just confirmed it is all.
It was almost getting to the point we were about to make bets on how long you two were going to wait.
Sage at this point is so red.
I'd assume Rhea probably would be as well. So, yes, about
So how
body,
envious
yes.
people in love are.
I'm going to kill every single one of you in your fucking sleep.
What just
I don't
you?
sleep.
I
Gramil.
don't sleep.
I
Gramil!
didn't like.
Promises. Gramil died.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you said his
Oh,
body disappeared?
His body disappeared.
yeah,
The body that we
What?
thought it was the princess. It was replaced with the princess's swaddled body.
yeah.
That's right. Shit.
It kind of must have happened in front of my eyes or something. When I made it back to the house, there was just no body there for a second, and then it just appeared,
Huh.
which is weird, given dark magic really shouldn't be able to be a thing in here. So
Yeah.
what I'm assuming is the frogs could have been a distraction.
Amora crosses her arms and her wings twitch in an irritated manner.
Fucking frogs.
That's my
Well-
assumption anyway.
That's probably a pretty good guess. What do we do about it?
oh. What village are we burning down now?
No, don't get ahead of yourself. We're just trying to figure out what we're gonna do.
Oh, come on. I know this group by now. We're going to burn something down.
Probably. Not today, though. Somebody mentioned a funeral?
Yes, yes. I even think the dragons have something planned.
Interesting.
Special.
They're a bit late for some of the bodies. The Kratlichia pyre are already being built.
Well, do we need to get anything done before that? I guess we could talk about the whole kind of gestures at Bert leadership situation.
That room you wanted to wait until everyone were here to check out.
What do
yeah,
you mean
that too.
leadership?
Bert, you want to take that away?
The council had requested Gondra's input on a list of potential leader replacements.
Oh? Where's the list?
In my head.
Yes, oddly enough, he
Roll.
wouldn't
Bert, roll a bluff check.
That's the truth. I didn't say I didn't have one. I just said it's in my head because I have it memorized. But
That's lying by omission.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't
Doesn't even deny it.
An 11.
She nat 20'd.
Well.
My God.
Oh, that was what my raucous laughter was. She crosses her arms, her brows furrow, her eyes darken. Bert.
All right, look. All right, look. I'll give you the list if you must have it. I have a list. It's in my head.
She gently...
It was Ishtok. It's Sage. Kyrish. Princess who is dead. And you.
Why did you omit my name before?
I don't know, he told me.
Because you already refused it. We simply had a conversation and you said, and I said, and what, would you like to be the leader? And you were like, no. That scratched your name right off the list right then.
I also remember you saying either Sage or Kyrish's name back in the house when the letter was delivered.
No, he never said Kyrish's name.
Bert, may I see the physical note itself? And she gently holds out her hand.
Yes, Amora. But you have to understand why I omitted these names. I'm tired of losing the ones that I care about. Can I hand her the list? Or the letter?
Before she does, her face softens. Losing them physically is one thing, but losing them emotionally due to causing distrust is a whole nother loss. I almost lost someone very dear to me because I wasn't fully honest with something. She makes a very quick glance at Kyrish as she opens the note.
Oh, I'm watching her face and I caught that shit.
Yeah, let's tease somebody other than me.
Yeah.
Because see, now.
Yep, the tables are turned now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fully look away from this situation. Look at this situation.
How can you not trust someone who doesn't fully look out for the best interests of his friends? Knowing all the strife and hardship that comes. Besides that, everybody's already talked about it, and they just want to give the people the choice to tell to name their leader.
How are we supposed to trust that you'll give us all the information that we may need at a pertinent situation? If you can't even give us all the information about something
Trust me or
as
don't, but know
minute
that I
as
love
this,
each and every one of you, and I will never intentionally put you in harm's way, and being a leader of
I
Gula is
don't
putting you
care
in
whether
harm's
you
way because
intentionally do
there's
it.
going to be a threat against Gula for as long as, well, assholes alive. And that is now hereby my goal. If trust me or don't, I'm going to kill the Dark Lord.
Get in
No,
line.
You're not.
There'll
No
be no
one
line.
of us is going to do it.
I mean, that's actually probably fair. It's gonna be
No, I
blood.
didn't say it would just be me. I just said that's my goal.
We can make that happen.
If you keep doing things like this, Bird, you're going to be a liability.
Have I been so far?
If you keep doing things like this, you will be.
Has this ever happened before?
I'm just warning you, is all.
You're just holding something against me that's only happened one time.
Is that so wrong? We
I
can't do
mean,
this when
once
we're
isn't
together
enough.
like this.
Have I
No,
judged
Sage, we
any of
can't.
you by what you have done one time? Or multiples of one time?
I'm
Look,
not
you
gonna lie, I
can
forgot what we were fighting about.
You can defend your actions all you want.
I'm not defending a thing. I did
You
what I
are.
did. I did what I did. It is what it is. We move on or we don't.
Kyrish just shakes his head and he just sits down.
Really quite simple. We can agree to disagree and that's fine.
Yeah, it's very simple that we can't even trust our own friends.
So our proposal for leadership, boys, is that we ask the citizens to vote. We remove any names for people who don't want to be on there, like myself, and then we set the rest up, ask people. We can even give the candidates a chance to tell the people why they'd make a good choice.
Does anyone have a bit of something to write with?
Oh, always. Just get out a quill, an ink pot, fish around for some parchment, and manage to find something that's only a little bit scrawled on.
Oh, I have the paper, but I needed the writing utensil. And
Here.
she's going to kind of stoop to pick up the desk. And you see what's little left of her muscles actually bulge, showing through the thin skin. And she struggles a little bit, but she breathes out, giving herself an extra bit of, push. And she manages to bring the table back up. And Kyrish, Bert, and Rhea, you're able, through your combat practices, you're able to tell that this breathing is very common after going through a long training session, as this breathing is to help keep your heart rate down and to get your muscles to relax, as she sets the piece of paper on the table. We, the Council of Five of Gula, ask Gondra to put their input on the following candidates of the next ruler of Gondra. Each of the 5 members have already picked a member and refused to budge to break the tie. If you have any other candidates, please write them below the names we have written down. And those that accept the nomination will speak before the council. Cross out any names that do not wish the nomination. Well, Sage says she doesn't want it, and you hear a scritch.
Thank you.
And you were talking about Keith and you see her scribble and then a scratch. Anybody else?
Kyrish, do you want it?
As Bert's already said, I did deny that.
Well, this is your chance to change your mind.
He smirks at her. No. No, I don't think that's something for me.
Are you sure?
Alright.
King Kyrish does have a bit of a
Oh,
forget the term.
his head does not need to be that big. It's already... Phew.
Do we add Gramil and the princess, given the
Oh.
situation? Given their names were already on the list before.
We'll have to cross them out.
Gramil isn't on here. It's only Ishtok, myself, Kyrish, Sage, and the princess.
Well, you have to cross out the princess.
Okay. And she kind of like slowly scratches his out with a confused look on her face.
Has nobody told her?
Did we not tell you? I'm sure we told you.
I said it. Said
The old
I said it when we were
princess,
talking about the list. I said the princess can't do it. She's dead.
But how do
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
this?
Oh, well,
Because I felt. Yeah.
if a lot has happened.
This again.
It must have slipped our minds. We honestly thought we had told you. Sorry that you found out about it this way.
Well, I knew about Gramil. Mr. Flubble told me, but
Well,
we've
Camille's
never even
body
seen the princess.
disappeared
I
and
mean,
was replaced by the princess's body.
We have seen the princess. She was in a strange magical entanglement.
Oh, well, that complicates matters.
Unfortunately, to stop the entanglement and ensure that the guy who killed Rhea didn't try to kill any more of us, they both died.
She more confidently scratches that out. Any other nominations? Anybody else you can think of?
Or
Who?
I mean, not not Amora.
I was gonna say, my name's already on the list.
No.
Korric.
Cleric, fellow cleric. Why can't I think of her name?
You're actually
Riku.
nominating yourself.
No, Riku. Not myself.
She
Riku.
gives a small
not
smile.
you. Korric.
She gives a small smile. Hey, they said any nominations. And she's actually gonna write it down.
Wouldn't that be the
I
most
know this
ironic?
I know this is gonna be a weird one, but what about Eastrel?
Dragon?
Dragon has watched over this place for quite a long time.
I
Did
mean,
you
are we
make this
married?
Hmm.
Are we married to a single system? Like, what if we expanded it from one ruler to a council, each with their own specialties?
See, well,
I guess
I
that
think
would be
we
the first thing
decide-
to put to the vote.
I think we should let just people decide how they want to go forward.
The past rulers always had a royal advisor to have ideas bounced back and forth.
An advisor is one thing for a singular king or queen or whatever, but there's always been the mistake of allowing one person the full power of ruling over something like this. That
that's how we
power
got
can
in the
get to their
situation with the
head.
king.
Exactly. It can go. It doesn't happen with everybody, but it does happen with quite a few.
Look, I think the
As
best way to
you-
put it is we need someone to be a
Heavy
fair.
shit.
We need someone to be a fair leader that won't judge or discriminate. So, King Solus.
I
Yeah,
think if I'm pretty sure if Korric is nominated, Solus goes where Korric goes, so I think that's kind of one and the same.
Nope, just Solus.
You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna make
No.
fun of this.
No.
Solus, do you agree?
No.
You follow
No.
this?
No.
Korric, I will leave that answer up to you, since he is your puppo. So, as Korric ponders, at the mentioning of everything goes to shit when it's just one person, ruling it, she slowly sets the feather down, and her face falls a little bit.
Would Kyrish know what this is about through his memory?
Amora? Sorry. Continue.
You wouldn't remember this? Actually, roll me, all four of you, roll me intelligence checks. We're gonna test you to see how good your character's memory is.
Can I take a guess without rolling? And
Go ahead.
ask if this seems to be a sign that Amora really did want a chance to rule?
No, it is not that.
Damn. Or is she emotionally reacting to being in charge of something and something it up? Are we insulting her on
To
accident?
replace, I think it's a memory of a ruler that once lived that she was tight with.
I got 14.
Oh, I'm so fucking good. I'm great at intelligence. Not that great though. 14.
17.
3.
Kyrish, you think this is something from your memory, that's something you might have missed. Sage, you think that this might be from Amora actually wanted to do this. Bert, you think that this Amora was actually really good friends with a single ruler, but Rhea, you remember that Amora was the sole guardian and the leader of Mir, which is now destroyed.
Yeah, we did insult her. I mean, Amora, if you want a chance to actually run this, by all means.
I don't think it's about that. Very, not fully about that. Is this? I don't want to bring up bad memories, but is this about Mia?
Oh, damn it all. I'm sorry. I don't know how I botched that.
Yeah, you did.
I just thought that you wouldn't want it with how much you've been wanting to join with us and
Well, it doesn't say on the paper when the ruling will be held or begin, so honestly, my answer depends then. Korric, Rhea had nominated Solus as King Solus. How would Solus take to this? Would he want to be king? Or, because apparently King Korric and King Solus are going to be two different entities.
Wait, so I'm gonna get to be a king too?
So, yeah. So, because Amora was like, well, wouldn't Solus just reign with Korric because you can't have one without the other? And the answer was, no, it's just Solus.
Ouch. Save the party all the time. They're like, meh. Sure. Let's make it weird. Why not? Let's name a wolf.
Out of random, Solus, after talking about leadership and the sad moment with Amora, Solus just randomly barks. A very affirmative bark. And Amora smally smiles. Well, I guess Solus accepts his nomination as King Solus. Do we have any others?
Thought the gods were going to ruin this whole country.
I don't know. I feel like there should be somebody smarter. I wish Eldridge was still here.
Really does seem like we're quite low on options.
I mean, somebody should probably talk to Ishtok.
Most likely.
Well,
Uh,
we still have a few hours before the funeral. I
As
can
much
see
as
if
I
I
hate-
can.
As much as I hate to pass the Electrum piece on this, Kyrish should probably be best doing that. You and Ishtok have the best camaraderie, I guess. He looks up to you.
Sure.
Well, it says here that the candidates are going to explain how they make a good candidate or just outright deny, so why not just give this to the council? I'm pretty sure they'll summon everybody anyway.
Yeah.
But first, I need clothes, and she's going to start walking towards you guys who are in front of the door. Oh wait, I almost forgot. And she's going to turn around in a small bag that's in the other corner of the room. She's going to pull out her sheathed sword and wrap it against her hip.
Hang on. So is she wearing, like, a hospital gown?
No, she is in her bra and underwear.
Okay, I was gonna say, so when she turns around, her fucking ass cheeks are just hanging out.
No, she is deliberately squatting down to pick up her sword.
Do you want us to just bring you some clothes?
Yes.
Why ruin it?
Korric, get out now!
I smack his head.
Alright, I'm out to go get her some clothes.
I
Bert
wonder
leaves.
if Riku's gonna let me out. And she's gonna like go forward towards the door and just like a teenager sneaking out of the house, she like cocks her head around the door and slides around it. Okay, we're clear. Hey, where are you? Shut the hell up, Dawn. I have been shut in this room for 3 days. If you blow my cover, I'm going to shut down Ollie's faster than you can say, oh no. Am I clear? I
Yeah, I'll
mean,
help
it's
with
not...
this.
It's not like you can do, and she just points her finger right near the tip of his nose. You sure I can't do anything? You really don't want to piss her off.
No. I want a Morris side here. Come on. Ollie, you shush.
Dawn just looks at you. So you're all okay with her leaving the room, right?
Oh,
As
I'm
long
not.
as she stays with us, yes, we're okay with that.
Well,
Right.
Riku didn't say you were discharged, but I'm feeling lucky today. And he's gonna poke Amora's finger away from him, and as he does, Clover Green magic erupts and goes into the room where anyone close by the door would see a sleeping Amora. Go on and have some fun.
Oh, don't do that. Just let Riku know what's happening.
With the way she's been lately,
Riku, I'm with Amora on this one. Let's just get out of here.
let's just sneak her out. You'll be fine.
Then we're no better than Bert with what he just did.
Also, Riku's like a control freak with medicine, and if she is well enough to walk on her own, supervised, there's no reason she can't get out and about and feel the sun on her skin.
Fine. Just let it be known it's everyone else's fault.
Why not? Let's play a game of, Sir Luck. Anyway, you guys have fun. And Amora's gonna tap the sides of his face, Kyrish, almost like how you did with your interrogatees. That's what I thought, Dawn. And she's gonna, like, crouch down and fold her wings back so she, like, hides behind Kyrish a little bit better. Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
I can't believe I'm being an accomplice to this.
I'm so on the side of this.
You all have issues. Every single one of you.
You do
I'm
too,
more of a
Kyrish.
damn priest than even...
Part of my issues are you keep getting on my ass. I'm with Amora on this one.
Good! You deserve it! You got beat up by a frog!
No, I didn't!
Riku, so Riku...
Well, you kind of did.
Riku, Mara, and the 3 siblings all turn towards you. Are you guys alright?
I didn't get beat up by a
No!
frog.
We've never been
None of us are
alright.
all right. We're all dysfunctional.
Right, we'll have another therapy session after the funeral.
Dear Lord.
Exactly why we shouldn't be dictating the damn leader for this place.
Can't really argue that logic.
Good. Shut up.
As you're kind of exiting the hallway. Contra, it is. Made decision, have you?
Calm down, Yoda.
I forgot that they had the speech mannerisms.
Is this someone I've not met, or...?
It's the council. It's the ones that handed me the letter in the first place.
Oh no, I know who this is, but who's this Yoda?
I don't know, it just came to me. Almost like all these froglies just keep crawling on me.
I believe that's on, not to.
Remember,
Well, it is two.
Yoda step backwards is a doy.
You want details.
Adoy, my name is.
Little bit of both.
I hear TDAB dying downstairs.
Fuck off! Sure came through your mic, goddamn.
Adoy, my name is. Meet you, a pleasure.
Wait, did you say her name's Adoy?
Adoy.
Okay.
What the hell?
So wait, she gave you this letter? A doy?
Oh, my face. I can't. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Have we really come to a conclusion yet? What are we doing?
We have a list of potential candidates.
I know what I want to do, but I don't know what you all want.
What do you want to do?
I've already put my ballot for letting, the people vote for whoever they want or choose who they want. Yeah.
To be clear about the situation, we're no longer in the threat range of Riku, right?
You're still in the middle of the infirmary. So to your left is the stairs going up. Rhea, you know this is the way to the war room. Kyrish, you feel a slight pressure on your back and more small little pressures.
Sage, we're in Gula. We're always in Riku's threat range.
Go, Amora, go! Amora, go! Be free!
Kyrish is just gonna roll his eyes, and he's going to touch Amora, and he's going to cast invisibility.
Yes!
You touch her arm and you feel it's slightly colder.
Oh, no. He's just reaching back, alright? He doesn't know what he's touching.
Okay, you touch the top of her head, and her hair is extremely soft. Very, very soft.
He kind of like touches her hair, and he's like, ooh, and he like starts like doing like little massagey fingers.
Say everyone except Kyrish can see Amora writing, "Let people vote." And as Kyrish starts massaging, you just see the writing slow down, and Sage, you're beside Amora trying to hide her, and you can just see her face go, like in surprise, and her cheeks start to go as red as Bert's beard as she slowly disappears, and there's just a floating piece of paper and a quill.
I'll take the paper and the quill back. Thank you.
As he's doing this, he's like, ooh, that's...
You know, I get why they're teasing now. This is really fucking funny.
Like,
Kyrish!
see?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Adoy will point his arm up to the stairs.
So I just had a really horrible thought just quickly. If someone was pregnant and they cast invisibility on themselves, given
Oh my god!
would you have to count the fetus as property?
No!
I would think yes.
It's still technically part of the mother's body until the umbilical cord is broken.
That's fair.
So, yeah.
That's a weird thought.
What the hell?
Anyways.
Don't think it's on.
I love you all.
Oh god.
He points his arm leading up to the stairway. Follow me, if you will.
Alright. And Mora, go. Be free. Don't do anything dumb, though.
But I kind of want to
Don't
listen
do
in
anything.
on this.
Alright, but don't do anything I wouldn't do.
You know what? I'm gonna try and find some clothes. I need to find
Yes,
some
do that.
clothes.
I would say I've got some spare, but I don't think I've got any spare.
You hear like the little pitter patter of feet, and then you just see a blanket off a bed just kind of slip off by itself and then also turn invisible. You know what? I have a really long blanket and it looks like a, slitted dress, so we'll make it work. You just see this towel wrapped around. All right, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I guess.
Look at her.
I guess it is one of those confusing things. As normally the way to combat invisibility is to like splash stuff around so that you can see them.
Yeah. Let's get you actually dressed first, and then I'll worry about recasting on you, yeah?
Oh, okay. And you just see the blanket just drop, crumpled onto the ground.
Right.
All right, let's go.
Right. This whole situation is just so bizarre.
Do you finally head upstairs?
Yep.
You head upstairs and there is the war table. It's slightly cleaned up. There's not as many papers floating around from your last time here, Rhea. And you see 4 other frogs sitting at the table. The one named as Adoy takes their seat, and there is 1 empty seat. So, a different frog. A a dark purple colored frog with brown markings begins speaking. So, have you received the list of our candidates?
Wait. We legit just went. Oh god, this is going badly.
What?
I just went into a fucking meeting with the council with an invisible naked Amora.
Sure.
This is gonna go very weirdly. Yes. Bert had received it. He's gonna give kind of like a glance at Bert. Just like squint his eyes real quick.
Yeah. What about?
And you've gone through all the candidates. Have you picked one to now lead Gula?
Kyrish, why don't you break it down for them real quick on what else been decided?
Nothing's been decided.
Well,
thank
we
you
have
very
a
much.
list of options.
The purple brown marked frog will gesture his hands. My apologies. I am Councilman Udnu. Another frog that is white with beige markings. Da, and I am Na Ibu. Another one that is light brown with red markings. Councilman Nikana.
Is it bad that because of the Yoda joke, I'm now replaying these names backwards to see if these are also puns?
As am I!
Oh my god.
And there's a there is a feminine frog who is white but has black and white markings. And I am Councilwoman MDAP. Golden Council of 5, we are. Present first candidate.
Fucking Padme?
Oh god. Yeah, that one was.
Yoda?
She only did that because of what he said.
Actually, no, I planned this out last week.
God damn, what are the other names?
So, Adoy is Yoda. Udnu is Windu. Na-Ebo is Obi-Wan. Nikana is Anakin. And Ndap is Padme.
Oh my god. What are you?
First on the list, who is?
Did he say first?
Yeah, who's first on the list?
Ishtok of Gula.
Send a message to Ishtok, if you would.
Is he telling that to us or?
He's facing the one known as Nikana. Fine. And you just see him sit there. He glows with a reddish, almost like a snake red, like a poisonous snake red energy. And he stops glowing. A few minutes go by, and you hear footsteps coming up, and you hear, "Me summoned, yes? What need?"
Oh, Ishtok. Kind of gesture for the rest of the council.
Oh, ladies, Sage, Rhea. Masters, Kyrish, Bert, Korric. And
Yes.
councils,
Yes.
All okay? What need?
Your name has come up in the running for future leaders of Gula.
There
I would
is
like-
shock on his face. Been basically doing leader work since Massacre. Might be more when done, but must not be hard to learn.
So you're okay with this?
Yes.
Excellent. We'll retain your name on the list.
Do me.
Whoa.
Unless
Where?
you don't think me good? And he looks to each of the party. He ignores the councils.
Think it'd be a fine fit.
Well, I was hoping to actually talk to you outside of a place like this.
Should have moved faster.
The fuck you say? You'll get beat up by a frog in the street.
Ishtak
Yeah.
immediately.
Go kiss your
let-
girlfriend.
Ishtak
Cook is yours.
immediately. Oh my god!
God, they're such siblings.
As you say,
You're just gonna say that, but just hear that, and just under her breath, just quietly say, "Already has."
Oh my god.
everybody roll a listen check. Or yeah, listen check.
Oh, God.
You think I'd learn by now?
Some days it's just better to shut up.
Oh. 23.
Oh yeah, I'd say you'd hear it.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a nat 20.
You definitely hear it.
Gave me a 24.
30-20.
Fail. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh god.
Not
Did you-
paying attention. Listen, check. Ah, shit.
Oh god.
30. Fuck. Never mind. Korric hears
Damn.
everything. I can hear the bowels moving inside your body, blood's-
Everybody.
flowing through your veins.
Everybody hears Rhea say this.
She's gonna have that slight smug on her look on her face until she sees like the glance of like.
I'm
Yeah,
not looking, I'm just red.
Kyrish just like slowly looks away. He's like, at least I got the second base.
I punch him.
That's the only base? That's pretty weak, man.
At least that's the. Oop. At least that did start things off with, quite literally grabbing someone's tits.
Do any of you have
The right way to do
any
it.
couth?
Rhea, you feel a heavy pressure on your shoulder and the hip of where your sword is. And you just hear Amora just trying to keep her giggles contained as she's holding on to you for support.
Yeah, real stealthy Amora.
No see, winged lady.
Yeah, I
Sage,
don't-
you
You're
okay?
right.
No, Sage was
I'm
hit up
fine.
into the side of the head by a frog. Anyways. No, Ishtalk, we honestly think you'd be a fantastic candidate for as young as you are, honestly. I had a different idea for leadership here, though.
We'll get there, we're running down the list.
Okay, fair enough.
But if me king, you do support, yes?
Yeah, sure. You make
Yeah.
fine.
Wow, Sage, really show your support there. Yeah,
You
sure.
got my
whatever.
vote.
I hate politics.
I think you're doing a fine job. Keep at it. Hope the council puts your name up for the top leader. Yeah, king, whatever.
Regardless, let's keep going here. We'll get to it.
He will stand up against the wall and be listening. Amora, you feel the pressure lift off of you.
You mean Rhea?
Yeah, Rhea feels the pressure off of her. And she's close enough she can hear the soft pitter-patter of feet running off. Right, and who's next on the list?
Kyrish actually smirks at the idea of a mostly nude Amora just running around this room.
Oh yeah, keep it in your pants. Next on the list is Imora herself.
But given that she's currently indisposed in the hospital, it's understandable why she wouldn't be summoned.
Send a message to her. I will. Feeling better she is. And you see him glow with a almost evergreen like green, and you see it fade. And a few minutes go by. Must be sleep. We can move on. Not just yet.
Dramatic entrance.
Do you turn towards her voice?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's talking out loud.
You see her walk up, and you've never seen her in something like this before. But in a strapless yet sweetheart neckline, a deep gold that almost looks... Hers is a deep gold, and it goes down to the floor, and it's slit up the one knee. And she is barefoot, but she stands tall and proud as she walks up. And she almost does look like royalty. I figured it had to be important if the council members were summoning me. What's going on?
Sage gives her a look of, you know what's going on. And then for the performance says, your name has come up in deliberations about future leadership for Gula.
Ishtok his jaw has dropped. Winged lady? That not winged lady.
Yeah. She likes to get dressed up when the occasion calls for it. I'm surprised you found that, though.
This is the first time you've ever seen Amora not in her armor. You've either seen her in her underwear or in her armor.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
It's weird that there's not been any go-between until now.
Right, well... Before I accept, when will the ruling take place? For if it is immediately, I'd have to decline. My companions come first, and I've already made a promise I would help them take care of the evil that has plagued this land, and a knight never breaks her promises. The council members look at each other. It'd be after this is all said and done. For since Ishtok is running the show under our guidance, for right now, it would be mainly him because of his war experience. So it would be after this war for freedom is done. She looks to each of the party members. Would I have your support in ruling?
Sure.
Yeah.
Kyrish just kind of looks down in a way.
Kind of lean over here and go, but your boyfriend might be down bad and sad if you're distracted by a horse.
Does he hear this?
Listen check.
Oh, 13.
Down bad and sad, but there's no ways to make him glad.
You know that she's talking about you, but you can't make out exactly what she said, but you can tell it was something of a joking manner because, Sage, you just feel the rush of wings and you feel Amora's the tip of her wing just smack you upside the head. If I have one no from my companions, then I'll have to decline.
Oh, that's just mean.
Anonymous, it must be. Why does it have to be anonymous? Or synonymous?
Unanimous.
Unanimous.
Polyamorous?
Oh, God.
That's a total different thing.
Oh my lord.
What happened in Korric's
what
room
this is turning
stays in
into.
Korric's room. Unless you're into it.
Monogamous?
Manamana.
God.
Monogamous.
Oh,
fucking
shit.
crazy here.
I think that what you're looking for is unanimous.
That's what I said.
And the frog will gesture to Rhea. Because Gondra is as one. With how long I've been traveling with them.
Oh yeah, we're
They
always
do-
agreeing.
They always decide everything as a group. And if one says no, then... If one says no, then I'll decline. For let's be honest, my loyalties first lie with Gondra. Everything else is everyone and everything else is second.
They always decide things as a group. They don't know us too well, do they?
We decide, we just argue a lot first.
Well, we decide for ourselves first, and then when we get found out, we decide as a group afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh no, it
that's
was
exactly how every single
pretty
important
unanimous
decision
when I
fucking
stabbed that guy. No questions asked.
works. Oh yeah, it was unanimous that Sage sucks.
Amora
He's just a
will...
wee little wizard.
Don't worry, just wait until we figure out what happened to Kyrish.
Oh, it's right there.
Amora will gracefully take her place beside Ishtok, who is still has his mouth agape. You better close your mouth or else the desert fly will fly in. Wouldn't want that, would you? And he slowly closes his mouth, and you can tell he's blushing and he just looks down at the ground.
Well, I've heard contestant for Gula's next top leader.
Right, so
No.
continue, Lady Sage. Who's next?
Oh god, just Sage. Wizard? Mage? Anything but lady, god. Well, Korric's name was thrown out there. I don't particularly endorse that one, but
After all the times I've saved your life.
You are in the right place at the right time when I had a situation fully under control.
You know, to be fair, he has
Sure
actually
did look
saved
like it.
times.
Unconscious, being dragged through the streets. Yeah, totally
I
under
was
control.
fine!
Don't you remember the library, too?
And the shame holes.
Yeah,
Oh,
anytime you got
yeah.
possessed. Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's not my fault.
He's really pulled through for us a handful
Fine.
of times.
Korric's
Really
name has
have.
been proposed as well.
I'm not going to say I agree to that choice, though.
Me neither. I will not endorse his name.
There'll be a brothel on every corner.
I know it, like
All the
7-Eleven.
more reason.
The feminine frog. Korric, do you accept this nomination?
That depends. What do you think?
Kyrish is just in the back behind him, just like making these waving motions and like mouthing no.
The Adoy and Idnu do not look impressed. Nikana just looks bored in general. His eyes are definitely more geared towards Amora, who is standing tall and proud at attention with her hands behind her back, just watching the proceedings.
Anyone who stares at Amora for too long, Kyrish is like giving them a death stare.
Oh, Nikana's eyes haven't left Amora. He has no idea that you're death glaring him down. Ishtalk is making a pointed look to look down at his feet, though.
Why do I love the
I
idea
mean,
of
even
anyone
Jake
who's looking?
thinking looks.
Why do I just imagine the idea of anyone who looks too long at Amora gets death glows from Kyrish? Kyrish's head just slowly turns to a mirror to give himself a death glow.
He's slowly angling that light at them.
You have looked too long.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, do you accept or not? It's up to you if you wish to.
Your choice, Korric.
Yes, I will accept the nomination for
Alright.
king.
If you could stand along with your fellow contestants, then, well, fellow candidates, then
This is a
please do.
pageant?
Contestants, this is the Price is Right, goddamn.
Look, look, it's been a very long day for us, so please forgive my misuse of words.
Look, I have Mondays too. Sometimes I can't talk either. I understand.
Thank you, Master Bert. Now, who's next on the list?
Next on the list is letting the people decide.
That's where masturbate came from.
What?
Yeah,
Master
you're
Bert.
welcome.
It was Master Bert, and then it just got changed. to
Masturbation.
Oh my
Okay, now I see.
God! No! Oh my God! Well, she looks awkwardly towards the other 4 council members. We've never done that. It's always been an hierarchy. Well, obviously, but I mean, I like that idea. Meh. Honestly, it's just easier to just have us pick it.
Easier, but better?
Start new bloodline. My taps. And the 3 of the frogs look at him very confusedly. What Councilman Adoy is saying is if there's a new bloodline,
the hierarchy can continue if we let the people choose the start of the new bloodline. It might actually turn out better than the previous one.
Look, just keep going down the list. We'll get to this problem later.
Nope, that's the whole list.
No. Missing 3 names? You are.
Those names have requested to be removed from the list.
Get with the program, Master Yoda.
The one, Adoy stands up and crosses his arms. No, where Princess is? Yes?
Yes, unfortunately we do.
Yep, she's in our
Last
house.
time I saw her, she was, laying on a slab table.
The princess has been killed by the Dark Lord.
Dead.
Unfortunately.
They all just stare at each other and Adoy sits down. Much loss this is.
Yes.
Not really sure how much of a loss that is, but anyways.
They
moving
all
on.
look at you with daggers.
Look, I'm just saying, like, child, like, parent thing, whatever that ruler was you
Actually,
had.
she wasn't. She was a lot more like her mother. She was a lot more compassionate and actually cared about the people. It was really sad when she disappeared.
A great loss.
Yeah.
Never know.
But alright. People decide. How does that work?
Well, everybody comes to a central location. They fill out a ballot, and on it they write who they think out of the list should rule. Then somebody counts up the ballots, and whoever has the most gets the position.
Yes, I think I actually have a wonderful name for it too. A votocracy. How about that?
Here, you clearly haven't read your original philosophies.
And you clearly haven't. Fuck off.
I'm just saying, this has been proposed before. And Votocracy is a dumb name.
Look, we're coming up with something new here.
A gondrocracy.
Gondrocracy, I like it.
There is enough things in this world that bear our names.
Oh, God.
Actually, no, this would be Gondrocracy. It's staying Gondrocracy.
Kyrish just crosses his arms. I like hypocrisy better.
Hypocrisy? What about?
Your hypocrisy.
What's hypocrisy?
So,
Giving the people back their rights?
The council elders look to the people against the wall. Now, you all have a choice. If you do not gain king or queendom, you are allowed to take the royal advisor role. You would not make major decisions, but if the king or queen needs assistance in making a decision, you would help with that. Unbiased as possible. Would you be interested? Ishtok nods his head. Amora... Nah. She kind of cocks her head to the side and shakes her head. Korric, would you be interested in being an advisor?
Oh yeah, I can advise the hell out of whatever situation you.
They nod their heads and they look to Kyrish. Now, your grandfather, Master Eldridge, had put your name in for the royal advisor position. Would you want that?
Grandfather? Look at him.
Huh? What?
The council has stated that your grandfather, Master Eldridge, nominated you as a royal advisor position.
He has this really weird look on his face. How would he nominate if he's dead?
He had put it in after you had completed your mage ceremony. When you became a full-fledged mage, he put your name in.
Kyrish just
You didn't
blinks.
tell me Eldridge was your grandfather.
Not important?
Kind of important.
Amora just... You know, everyone roll me a spot check. I won't give this one away.
Ah, fuck. That's
16.
11.
Maybe not. 15.
Okay.
Was a bad one.
Yeah, mine was pretty bad too. 13.
15.
Kyrish, Korric, and Rhea. You see Amora turn her head slightly to Kyrish, and there is a very subtle eye widening, and then a very slight frown. Very, very minuscule. Sage and Bert, you see her just look towards Kyrish with a very stoic face.
Yes, more didn't even know.
I don't know about that. There's something there.
The frogs wait for everyone to calm down before awaiting your answer.
I couldn't possibly.
MDAP looks at you. If you need time to think about it, Master Kyrish, you're more than welcome to.
I couldn't. It's
And
not for
that's-
me, so I decline.
All right, then. I personally like letting the people decide. I vote yay. The tan with white markings. I too like this idea. Yay.
Wait, are they voting for me to be a council member?
No, they're agreeing to say, letting the people decide.
Okay, I was like, that's not how this works.
Nikana looks up
Force
towards...
somebody to be a fucking council member.
Nikana looks up at the ceiling. That's gonna be a lot of work. Nay. Traditions we must stick to. Nay.
Nay, motherfucker.
Horse.
Udnu clasps his hands together and puts it at his nose, and he closes his eyes. I'm going to say yay. Ugh. Look, morale has been boosted since Ishtok has made changes to the old traditions. We're no longer a dry city. People are able to relieve some stress. A bar and a tavern is not just for drinking, but for telling of stories. Sharing your griefs. having a multi-level building instead of having them all over the place allows people to come and learn together. Exactly, and letting the people decide actually gives them a little bit of power. Something that they never had before. Fine. Letting the people decide. Majority rules. We'll be done after funeral. Yes.
Great. Let's come to him to eat before that.
About this, Jill just looks at Kyrish before she finishes saying anything. Are they aware of this prize thing?
I've only heard Kyrish mention it.
Where?
The surprise. You said that the surprise was planned for the funeral. Was anyone else aware of this? Like council people who probably should be aware of it, or?
No, I believe the dragons were just going to do something, so I didn't really say anything. I mean,
Should I?
I mean, the idea of free, even though they've been helping out, the idea of free dragons at a funeral.
They've lost kin too.
That's fair.
But you're right. Council.
They all look to you.
Not that you have a whole lot of choice in this because they're going to be coming anyways, but you probably should know. The dragons will be at the funeral as well to do their own rituals over their own dead.
I don't have a problem with that. As long as they don't cause a scene. No, Nikana.
Have they caused a scene yet? That hasn't been your favor?
To funeral, all are welcome. If lost, one should show, yes.
Precisely.
Agreed. If anything, they've been protecting us. If anything, it's the least we can do to let them attend the funeral of those that have fallen. Fine, whatever. Since we're all done, I'm gonna go get dinner before the funeral. And he's gonna stand up and start walking away. Excuse you. Kyrish was not done talking. The meeting has not been dismissed. Sit your ass back down. Who are you to talk to me that way? Possibly your future queen. Now sit.
Whoa.
Who's that? What?
That was...
Amora is basically shit-talking at the council member, Nikana. He gives her a very dirty look and slowly walks back to the table and sits down at his chair.
Before they actually sit down...
Hold on, did Amora just say your future queen?
The possible future queen.
Oh.
Before they actually sit down, Kyrish just going to, wave a hand at Amora. No, it's fine. But, just as a reminder, this is the exact reason I proposed that the people choose their leaders. And he turns around and walks away.
she starts speaking, and Kyrish, you're the only one that's able to understand, for she says this in Celestial. Maybe we should have the council members replaced too.
Alright, calm down. One change at a time.
You wouldn't understand, Sage. You don't know
Oh,
Celestial.
fuck.
However,
Right.
she does say it again in Draconic for you.
No.
Sylvan for...
This bitch speaks so many languages.
She's very intelligent. She says Sylvan for Korric, Dwarven for Bert, and Elven for Rhea.
I get told it twice, technically.
Oh, yeah.
He stops as she says it in Celestial. And he just turns and replies in Celestial. Perhaps you're right. But at least there's some good people there.
Oh, indeed. Does anyone else reply to
Bill.
Amora in their respective languages?
She'll reply in Elven. Perhaps maybe just one change at a time.
Seconded. Also an Elven.
I can just envision everyone just speaking their own languages, just one after another.
The
It's
council...
very awkward.
The council members just look very confused at each other, and each talk replies in Draconic. Agreed, Lady Imora.
I think I should just be king. And just stop all this silliness right now.
We all just turn to the council. Look at us. Look at us. We are the council now.
For real.
Yeah, pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah. Gondra
There's
is the
5 of
council
you.
now.
No.
But you
No,
all
we don't
file
have
out.
responsibilities.
You all file out. And Amora is behind you. And there is a fuming Riku at the bottom of the stairs.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Riku.
Hi, Riku.
She is... You can follow her gaze is not on any one of you. What do you think you're doing out of bed? I did not discharge you to walk around. I was supervised.
She
And
had
I
to
was...
answer allegations to becoming potentially the ruler of this place.
Riku's brows furrow. So you didn't ring the bell to come get me. How the hell did you even get that dress? And there's a slight cough, and you just see Rosemary kind of like tucking away a small bag in her breast pocket. I had a friend help me. You still should have ring the bell so you could have assistance. Oh, I did have assistance. And she waves her arms in front of her. I had Gondra.
Hello.
And she just snorts and storms off. Been very testy lately since fight with Keith.
That and, the potential people trying to assassinate her from her own order.
Yes.
She's not had a day or two of it.
Riku, maybe should take food break before funeral. Infirmary
She's
look
probably been working
empty.
too long. I'll see what I can do about convincing her of that, and I'll chase after Riku.
You see her cleaning away some things, muttering under her breath what sounds like croaks and whatnot. And your siblings are just kind of watching her with some like shady side eye at the cabinet, and Mara is nowhere to be seen.
I give my siblings a look of, I got this, I'm a wizard. I go up to Riku. Hey, Riku.
What is it, Sage?
When was the last time you ate something?
She looks at the clock. 3 hours ago.
And when was the last time you took a brain break?
When I slept last night.
When was the last time you took a brain break? 5 years ago.
Well, the place is looking pretty good, so why don't we leave off and get something to eat before we, do the funeral stuff?
Fine. She keeps muttering under her breath.
Why are
And
you so
and oddly, you hear Rosemary mutter in the same tongue. And Holly and Quince just look at her like, what the hell? And Riku just plainly ignores her.
I look at Rosemary and kind of like whisper, what is going on?
You see Rosemary eat some sort of plant thing. And you hear Rosemary whisper back. She's like super upset that she wasn't called to be queen, like to the ruler meeting, because apparently of all the work she's done. So I think she's like super jealous. And I told her that she needs to cool her stuff because if she's ruler, then she can't really be a doctor. So she should take it as like a blessing and not a slight against her thing.
Didn't we put Riku's name on the list? How did I miss that wasn't on there?
Oh shit, did you?
That
was
I think
my
we
bad.
did.
You're the boss, did
Oh
we?
no! I was writing it down, so yeah, that was my fault for not putting it down.
Whoops.
So we're gonna
Even
blame it
more
on
re-
Amora. We're blaming it on Amora
Even-
because Amora wrote the list.
Even more reason to replace the council. They
I
didn't
can't-
want to call up Riku.
We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll blame it on the council.
Oh, Sage kind of looks back at Riku and goes, "Your name was proposed to be advisor. We haven't discussed advisors yet, given that ruler seemed prominent, but we've also... I'm of the opinion that this should be a council job with council members other than the ones that are currently held, but I digress."
Well, we'll see what happens after the funeral. And she goes with you, and as you all go down the stairs, you see Mushu at the bar with Cricky. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? I haven't seen you for like 2-3 days. How's it going?
That tracks.
Oh, given everything that's been going on in the... I'm not there. Am I? No. Yes? Don't know.
You can be.
Yes.
Everybody
Maybe
is
so.
Schrodinger's character until they do or don't speak.
Well, given what's been happening in this city, I'm pretty sure a lot of us are just feeling the exhaustion now.
I mean, I woke up from a nap way too late, so I'm feeling pretty good. But yeah.
Conniving and
Yeah,
politics of this whole matter have made my brain hurt.
yeah. You just... When I got back to the house, you were pretty much just passed out. That's why I put you back into bed.
Oh.
I mean, a pillow and a comfy bed's gonna have to be more comfy than using an open book as a pillow.
You'd be surprised how often I've used a book. It can be pretty comfortable. And libraries are quiet. But let's go.
Mushu follows along, and you see There are people starting to come into the streets. You have a few hours before the funeral. Other than eating, is there anything else that you would like to do?
If you don't mind me proposing something here. As some of you know, Sage and me found some other rooms underneath the house.
Well, I
Well,
thought
we
you were gonna say your long lost love for each other.
I wouldn't call it long lost.
Shut up, Bert.
although that yes, that was also found down there, but we discovered 3 rooms down there, and there's a 4th larger one that we decided to wait until everyone was here to check out.
Why
So-
didn't you say you had some sort of cool adventure thing to do? Let's go.
Must be quite
Because
special if you can
politicians.
actually wait.
No, waiting was Sage's idea, so. And Sage knows the house better than me, obviously.
Well, if we have some time, I don't see why not.
You all head to the house, and who would open the door, Sage or Kyrish?
Me.
Sage, you open the door and it clicks, and the fire comes to life. And as you walk in, you see the exposed face of the princess, covered in black runes.
Oh, she's still here.
Did she always have those black runes on her?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Rhea, you remember seeing them when you were fighting, but they were not there on the picture from when you raided the bedroom.
There were more cases of where they were when we uncovered the face earlier.
Oh, yeah, they were there.
Okay. Just need to make sure. It's been a long day. Anyway, it's the pathway down's in the study.
Do you think those runes are from the process of transferring the bodies?
They're likely an advanced form of what was done to me.
She had the runes when we were fighting her. So, I'm pretty sure what Sage said is correct. The way of letting Greg take the control.
So I do wonder if this was planned then.
What do you mean?
Well, she already had the runes on her, but was it a plan to switch the bodies beforehand?
But to do that would... I still don't get how they managed to get his body out of here. The only thing I can think of is they were switched before we got into the bubble.
Really, Rhea? You know that I can summon a narwhal on top of this house right now, right?
Yes,
What's
but a
that?
narwhal isn't evil. Usually.
Well, it could be.
I was also holding the body the entire time.
Hi, Keith.
No, you weren't.
He looks at you.
The only time I put down the body is when we came into the house and went to sleep.
Precisely. You put it down. You didn't have it the entire time.
Can I cast detect magic on this body?
You can. You do. And there's nothing magical about it. No little residues or anything.
Does that seem odd to me?
Considering that the person's dead? Nope, not odd.
Okay.
Um,
It's definitely not a case of mistaken identity. This is the princess's body.
can... Before we go down, we should probably look at these markings quickly. He's going to examine her. Do they Do they go much further than just her face?
You can see that there's like the beginnings of black markings on her chin, and you can see that some of the runes are going underneath the fabric.
Is it just runes? Is there circles? Like, so many
It's-
circles or whatever?
Nope, just straight up runes.
Can I read them?
No.
Can I read them?
No.
Can I read them?
No.
Is there anybody here that can read them?
No.
That's a better answer. Thank you.
Is there anything?
Well,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna cast Read Magic.
Your magic goes to go into the black runes and roll me a d4.
4.
You lose 4 spell slots.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Oh. Oh. Wow, that sapped me. What just happened?
That looked abnormal.
Painful almost.
Do you think, Sage?
You know, it's kind of what happened when Sage tried playing with the book she stole from the castle. She kept trying to play with it and it just sapped her strength.
That does sound familiar.
Library.
So, why was that exactly? Whew.
Protection probably from us being able to read it.
Oh, God, I was tired before, but now... Oh.
It makes sense he doesn't want us knowing his secrets. So, best way to do is just get some protection on it. Although, that's just me taking a guess. Not magical and all.
Yeah, it sounds like his MO.
On a physical level, are these like tattooed markings?
You'd have to touch
What's
it.
going on there?
You
I
can't.
have to touch it.
You can't tell just by looking at it.
Oh.
That sounds like some bullshit. I don't.
It does.
I don't recommend you touch it. If it hurts you that bad, to just try and read it. But I mean, you never
Kyrish
been
is-
one to take my advice, so go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and probably say that there's probably at least an ornamental fire poker over by the fireplace.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna go pick that up.
Okay.
And he's going to grip it probably about halfway down, and he's gonna, like, gently poke one of the runes.
Nothing happens.
What's the try?
What are you trying for?
That's what I want to know.
He just looks to them. These things just sapped my energy. And you're questioning why I'm doing this.
Well, no, I don't understand why you're poking a corpse with a fire poker. No, that doesn't
Do you have a better way of figuring this out?
Well, if you could explain to me what it is that you're trying to figure out.
Anything, but anything.
So you're investigating the
That'd be
corpse?
fine.
Did you just not know if it was real or something? You just figured it. Okay, so let me check this out.
We don't know how he did what he did. If we can figure that out, perhaps we can either prevent it or use it against him.
What do you think I've been doing with all my spare time?
You've had spare time?
You'd be surprised what you can do when you skip on sleep.
So,
That's why you crashed out earlier.
No, that's because you got beat up by frogs.
No, that was afterwards.
and what happened with Gramil, Keith?
He just lowers his head and clenches his fist.
Fists. She snapped his neck.
The princess.
There was something
Right.
weird going on.
I realize this.
Greg snapped his neck.
Right. Right.
He wanted her final moments to be in comfort with the one that she loved, so he
How did
took her to go somewhere private. Greg took over and this happened.
So, how did we acquire each of the corpses then? Keith, you thought you picked up Gramil, yes?
I picked up Gramil's body when it happened. He dropped it and it rolled a few feet away, and Rhea threw the sword in its head. Riku set his head correctly, and I picked him up and I carried him. And I didn't let him go until we got here. I placed him down and I put him in the blanket. He was here when I woke up in the morning.
And they said when I returned to the building, the body was gone and then reappeared as the
That's good
princess.
enough. We all have a pretty good account of Gramil's body. But the princess? What happened to her?
Well, Keith took Gramil, and Rhea said we should take Lasaia's, because she's just as much a Ghoulin, and I was getting her, but a black circle opened up, and unfortunately, I had to drop her, so I wouldn't go with her. It was thanks to your magic, Kyrish, that allowed me to get up and over.
That also sounds familiar.
Okay. I don't know if you want me to roll for this or something for this. I suppose you could say theory.
Intelligence.
Because this could honestly blow everything out. I don't know for sure, obviously. But I don't know how well you want this to be accurate.
Do me an intelligence check.
19.
DM me your theory.
Okay.
But it's just a theory. A Kyrish theory.
Thanks for watching. As Kyrish is thinking, Riku just slowly puts an arm, or a hand on Keith's arm. We should have taken better care of him. You are right, Keith. If I was so concerned, I should have taken him immediately, but I knew how much he meant to you, and taking him away so soon would have... It would have seemed more like a dick move than anything. He looks down at her, and he puts his hand atop hers.
Yeah. But there's just a small part of me that is hoping you're wrong. That you were wrong. Since medical mistakes happen.
Bert, how is your relationship with Riku? Is it like fellow cleric level? Is it like the professional level? Or, like, is it like a very, like, does Bert have feelings for Riku?
Oh, you want to know if Bert wants to bang bang boogie with? Okay. I don't.
Fuck's
I don't
sake.
know. I don't know. I mean, I suppose there could be feelings, but I don't think that Bert's ready to act on them. He might observe her from a distance, like, yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to cross that, because I'm not sure if, I want to ruin the friendship, because she is an awesome friend, and once you cross that border, you don't. Yeah. If you've ever seen a 4'7" redheaded ginger dwarf turn into Bashful from Snow White, like the full-on blush, and yeah, that's when you asked if he had feelings for her. That's kind of he's like no, yeah.
Oh god.
I hope that thoroughly confuses the shit out of you.
So, the essential reason why I asked was, if Bert would react in a jealous manner to saying this.
To who saying?
To Keith putting his hand atop of Riku's.
No, I think Bert's gonna look at Riku and check her body language and reaction to his hand on hers. Because if it makes her happy, then who is Bert to interfere? Even though he might secretly have feelings for her, he's not. He's not ready to throw a temper tantrum just yet.
She reacts platonically, like when he puts his hand on top of hers, she waits 3 seconds before putting it back down to her side, and they kind of just sit down. Well, Riku kind of just goes closer to the body and just examines the runes and whatnot.
Oh god, I just realised. Rhea's with Sage, Kyrish is with Amora, you two are both with elves. We're gonna live you and then talk shit about you afterwards.
Pretty fucking much, yeah.
Nice. Oh, but Amora's gonna have more shit talking on Kyrish, though.
Yeah. Plus, as I think I stated in like last week's session or something like that when we were talking about it, I wouldn't put it past Sage at some point studying how to become immortal.
Hey, I'm not a lich. Yet.
There's ways to do it
Yeah,
without being a lich.
You'll fucking do it.
Wrong character.
Okay.
Strange. The only way that we've seen that could have happened would be with the portals, much like the princess's body was taken.
So you're suggesting a portal opened up when we weren't paying attention to the body and swapped them?
Well, if the barrier is functioning as intended,
That should be impossible.
it should. But this house is warded out the arse.
So it's
If
actually
someone were to be able to come in here and do it manually, perhaps.
But I saw the body reappear in front of my eyes, like it was me.
Doesn't mean it wasn't able to be set up prior. He's going to carefully
illusion
careful
magic
not,
at a distance?
careful not to touch the flesh,
He's going to see if he can, like, kind of roll her to the side. Is there anything underneath?
There is nothing, just the carpet.
Maybe it's, as I've been saying before, that barrier only stops evil creatures. Doesn't say anything about neutral party.
Because it stops evil creatures. Does that mean it stops evil spell?
Point. Not sure.
I suppose if you have the skill enough to do it, you could delay a spell, but
Add on to that, if this is his work, he used to live here. He probably knows the ins and outs of it.
was there anyone with you when you were here and seen this?
When the body came back,
Yes.
Darling.
Darling was.
And how did it come back?
If I recall, it was one of those cases where I looked away and looked back and the body was just there, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm
I
not
was
sure.
there shortly after that, right?
Yeah, it was like just a bit afterwards when you and
Kyrish.
Kyrish came back.
Yep.
Yeah. I looked, there was no body. I looked away to deal with the Sage situation, and when I looked back, body. So there was definitely a time period where a replacement could have happened, I guess.
It definitely was. I don't like any of this. Who all can access the house without us?
No one.
Ishtar.
No.
Yes. He said it was because he was given the title of Captain of the Royal Guard.
Is there anyone else who had that title?
That, and who else? Because
Grimiel.
there must be other people that can access this.
Grimiel was captain of the Royal Guard before him. He was captain of the Royal Guard when Master Eldridge was still alive.
But he no longer holds the title, so he should not be able to get in.
But Ishtar does.
Does that necessarily hold true if he was still alive?
No.
And he looks to the party. Do you think it's possible?
I don't want to think it's possible, but anything's possible.
I'd have to examine the spells put on the door to fully understand whether or not this loophole is applicable.
Keith walks over to the corpse.
Either way, I should get her to the morguers, the coroners, and get her prepared.
Indeed.
Do you need an escort?
No, I'll be alright.
He
Very
picks up the body and immediately his face becomes alarmed.
This isn't right.
Got it.
The Saya was quite smaller than Grimiel.
I checked the body. There's no magic on it.
His eyes narrow, and he sets it down and begins to unravel it. And the blanket comes away, and he hisses.
Well, what are we seeing?
You do see a body that is colored and marked the same as the Saya. However, even the Glen females do have some sort of a bust.
They're reptiles. They shouldn't, but okay.
Shush! In my world, they do.
Fine.
Oh, damn it, Argonians can, these can.
They shouldn't.
This is
So this
Grimil's
looks like a
body.
mask.
What?
But there's no magic on it.
Do you always have to use magic to conceal?
And he's going to spit on an edge of the blanket.
God
And
damn it, makeup.
he's going to start wiping away at Grimil's chest, and it's turning back to the dark orange.
Who had time for this?
What purpose?
Elaborate ruse.
For what? Just to fuck with us?
Somebody's still alive.
Princess or Gramil? Because clearly.
Can't be her. She cried like she had the sword buried so deep into her skull, it may as well have been out the other end.
I'm sorry, whose corpse is this actually? This is
This is Grimil's
Grimil's
corpse.
real body.
100% Grimil's corpse.
You're fucking with my head here, babe.
I know.
Yes,
Yep.
she is. and I
That's
don't
the
like
point.
it. I love it, but I don't like it. I think it's amazing.
So
But
the
it's
princess
frustrating. So the princess could be still alive.
No,
So-
I
Which would
saw
make her
the
queen.
sword go into her head. I saw
doesn't
it.
Saw
matter
what you
what
thought you
see.
saw.
Hey,
Can we even trust what we see anymore?
Hey.
Given that
probably not, but we should also remember that just because something is moving doesn't mean it's alive.
That's very true. There's plenty undead.
still shouldn't matter. With the
What if
sword
this
I
body here is undead and it's just a vessel to hear our conversations through?
with the sword I used to throw
Oh
at her,
my
put her
god.
down.
What do you
The
mean,
one I-
sword, Rhea?
She'll carefully unsheath the second sword, the one that she actually got off of Greg, like showing the blackened edges. I used this one. That thing punctured her skull. If that didn't kill her, the mummy's rot will.
Wait, I thought you used the elven sword.
No, I used this one.
And she looks.
Did I? Oh no, I used. Oh yes, no, right.
Because I remember specifically saying
you are
it
absolutely
charged.
right. I used that, but it did charge, which means that it was slain.
That doesn't mean it can't come back. But you may be onto something. That may be why the corpse was there when you didn't see it before.
Got her.
Keith, take it outside.
He is hovering. He's basically bent over Grimil's body and he's shaking. And he gingerly picks up his friend and his tears are wiping away the paint. But as he cradles Grimil's head to his chest and the tears fall, the black runes don't fade. Only the blue paint.
I'm sorry, friends. These new rooms will have to wait. We're taking our friend to be cremated now.
Yeah, I'm seeing those runes. Those are still there.
It's just paint, right? It's just paint. They'll rub off, right?
Paint. Your tears are already wiping the paint away, Keith. The runes are still there.
Somebody tattooed his corpse
Shit.
to use it as a conduit, or maybe even a.
At this rate, I can't even trust that this is Grimil or not.
Magic on it. Makes no sense.
Oh, are you honestly questioning that?
I don't perform bad magic. If my magic says there's no magic, there's no magic. The potential for magic, maybe.
Have you detected magic on yourself?
Why would I check for magic on myself?
Just do it.
Fine, I cast Detect Magic on myself.
There is a large purple aura, and there is a smaller aura around your neck. There is a magical aura on Sparkblade, and the lesser version of Sparkblade, Darling glows a little bit, and your bag also glows.
Nothing to be unexpected, though, right?
No, nothing unexpected.
Well, what do you see?
I light up like a disco ball. The purple is me.
What's
The one on my
this?
neck is the necklace. My bag is magic.
Minus all the
Blade is
magical
magic.
items.
Darling is magic. I'm full of magic.
And your runes? All the tattoos and things on your body?
Those are... I don't know. Are those the source of the glow? Yeah, they're magic. Because they're active right now, because I'm literally casting magic.
You look like the dash on my 84 Chevy.
And those, and he points to Grumiel.
Nothing. They're not active.
Either they're not being used, or... Gods knows. Gods know.
We'll take care of the body, and that will take care of the problem.
Oh, gods no!
The room can wait.
Yes, it can. Let's go now.
Out the room and the other thing.
Keith slowly takes Grumiel outside, still trying to rub away at the runes. And you go outside, there's no one in the streets. The sun is beginning to set. And you see Keith place Grumiel down on the ground, and beige magic that turns into fire around Keith's hands start to glow.
Well, at least it's a private one. This would have been a public one with the same thing, fire and all. I hope you understand, buddy.
He looks up to the sky and chuckles.
You know?
Puts a hand on his shoulder.
You know, our friends, they wanted to be king. They wanted me to help be king, but I couldn't do it. Not without you as my advisor. I just hope your soul's not in jeopardy, brother. I don't know what they did to you, but we'll undo it.
And he looks down and he puts both of his hands on each of Grumiel's ankles. And Keith kind of moves his hand from his feet to Grumiel's head, and there's a small barrier. And as Grumiel slowly burns, you don't smell anything. But at that, Keith takes an in sharp of breath and kind of elbows you in the gut, Kyrish, as she pushes you back for Gramil's eyes flash open.
Motherfucker.
And he sits up.
You may try to burn the body, but it's too late now. You're all far too late.
Shit. Push some people behind me and pull up some magic. The fuck does that mean, you shit?
Keith holds his hand out to Kyrish.
The elven sword, please.
Now.
Kyrish draws the blade and deftly puts it in his hand.
You'd think one that cared so much about this tiny little lizard would have noticed immediately that Lasaia's frame was at least shorter. Amazing what you can do with just a few things of paint.
End this, Keith.
Without a word, he brings up the blade and he brings it down, and Gramil's body grabs the blade with his hands, obviously not doing much, and Keith just pushes down and the blade goes through Gramil's open mouth and through the dirt.
Rest in silence. Rest in peace, old friend.
And as he says this, the hands drop down and the sword finally charges to 100%. The flames now at Gramil's hips. Keith pulls out the sword and dries it off on the blanket, who he throws over Gramil and hands it back to Kyrish.
He grabs a hold of the hilts, but he also grabs a hold of Keith's hand and places his other hand on top of it. There will be no rest while he yet lives. And he looks over to Gramil. My friends, as of today, there'll be no more cordial funerals. Any bodies that we put down, we burn. Agreed?
Sounds fair enough.
Good. And he lets go of Keith's hand and just puts the point of the blade into the ground and rests both hands on the hilt. And he just watches.
Keith kneels down. And he just stares, shaking. Mushu and Craigie go on the other side, and the two of them, and Solus joins in, release a mourning howl renewing the howls when they run out of air until the body finishes burning. Riku looks up to the sky, grabs her amulet, and looks up to the sky. And as the sun sets lower in the sky, what looks like to be Gramil bolts upright.
Well, they figured it out. Fucking Keith decided, hey, let's take them outside. And when he picked me up, realized that, you know, I was a bit too heavy to be the sire, so they know.
Are you fucking kidding me? You couldn't even make it look like you couldn't have added like some extra weight to the body? You're a fucking idiot sometimes. No wonder why the Dark Master couldn't rely on you.
Excuse me, but who's the one that took a sword to the head and came back to life?
That was only because you were all marked up and shit.
Bitch.
Either way, whenever they get out of the bubble and start the funeral, Kyrish is gonna be on our side, so at least we have that.
Yeah, but the whole reuniting thing is gonna go to shit.
Maybe I'll do some memory magic. I picked up a couple things in my few weeks in the Dark Master's area. Shouldn't be too hard. From what I understand, Bert and Korric are dumb as rocks. Rhea's gonna be all out of sorts when she sees me. I said, and then
I can
there's...
stab somebody else. I'm just saying. The day's not over.
And Sage, well, she has her mind going in all sorts of fucking directions. Yeah. So it's gonna be easy to basically change their minds. It's gonna be fine. Besides, it's not like anyone else was there watching. So it's gonna be all them. And if we get all of them at once, they'll be fine. It'll go right. Just trust me. Alright, Grog? Just trust me.
If we mess this up, we are going to be permanently dead. There is no coming back as an undead.
I get that. But I know how these people work. And I'm still alive. And I don't bear any marks, so if they do anything funky, they're not gonna know shit. Alright? So just trust me. Besides, we got the dragons doing their thing. It'll be fine. Trust me. What was everybody's favorite part of the episode?
When I killed a guy. Saved the day once again. And completely unappreciated for it.
Please.
The part where I thought the porn star was going to become king.
I'm sorry, what?
I said the part where I thought the porn star was going to become king.
I'm pretty sure there's no camera recordings yet, so it's not a porn star. It's just
hey, look, you cannot watch porn and still hear it, and it's still considered porn.
You can just perform it on demand.
Don't you remember in Game of Thrones, little
demand.
dude got thrown off the tower for watching porn?
Oh God.
I'm pretty sure it was because of who he caught doing it.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying,
yeah,
I'm just saying he was watching porn through a window. Call it TV of the ages, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's definitely some drama. Actually, I liked the fact that we thought it was the princess, but it was really Gramil, and then, yeah, that whole mindfuck of, do we even trust what we're seeing at this point? Do we, like, the psychological warfare that you've imparted upon us is indeed very, very damaging, and I like it, and I hate it. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Rhea, your turn.
The whole funny back and forth thing with the whole couple situation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was
That
funny.
was fun.
Yes.
Agree.
That was pretty funny.
I hate it. I hate it. Something that friggin' Kyrish knows could possibly be the key to saving a shit ton of people during this whole funeral. And he's not intelligent enough to be able to counter the goddamn spell.
Nope. And
I have spells to help you, but I don't know anything's wrong yet. Sorry, I
yeah,
just fell.
that's the Jesus Christ, don't fall. But yeah, that was the point. It's like you won't like the way that she was like, yeah, you're going to forget who and what you saw. You're just gonna remember there's gonna be a surprise at the funeral. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's still under the
It's gonna
effects of
suck
the
'cause
spell, though. Like,
Bert's not going to the funeral.
Wow, rude.
For Gramil, I don't know.
Bert
Not gonna
doesn't
bother.
Bert doesn't do funerals.
You went
No,
to the
for the
last...
rest of literally everyone else.
Yeah. For the people that fell in Tarn, and then for the people that
Don't know
died in
them.
Gola.
Also, well, might
Let's
know
face
some
it.
of them.
Let's face it, the first main times that he would have had chance to attend the funeral, we brought the characters back instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Because Rhea died, but Rhea got brought back to life, and then Amora died, and Keith died technically as well, and they both got brought back
Jesus
to life.
Christ. Yeah, see? I just don't do funerals. Everybody needs to come back to life.
Hence why, probably at the end of that part where Jamil's body was set on fire and that, it's like, yeah, we're burning everybody from now on. That goes down. Rhea probably would have had the thought of, yeah, if that was implemented way earlier, I wouldn't be here.
We have to go check out that room. And everybody got sidetracked with politics.
Oh, there's more than just a room. There's
some fucking drawers that I need help opening.
Yep.
Whose drawers are you trying to get into?
God damn it. The libraries.
Korric's.
The library's drawers. Okay.
No, it's the... there is a nightstand in Kirish's grandfather's room.
Oh, that one. Yeah, there it is. That's
Yeah,
it.
no.
Okay.
I
No
love the fact that
wonder.
there was literally 4 different answers just shouted out straight away to that.
No wonder she needs help getting into a drawer. She gets beat up by a frog.
Shut up! That's not my
Exactly.
fault!
And the
Chocobo's
smallest
being very mean.
person
She made
had
me
to come
roll
and save the
disadvantage
day.
for no reason. Anytime I try to be cool, I don't get to be.
That's also another one of my favorite parts, too.
Fuck you.
Always the best part.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Alright, Sage, what was your favorite part?
She got saved by Korric.
I'm very mad about all the ribbing I got for no good fucking reason.
You got your ass kicked by a reptile. There's
No,
plenty
I
of good reason.
didn't! They were amphibious!
That's an amphibian.
Well, okay, amphibian.
Okay.
Sorry, not a reptile. Excuse me. Fucking, you got your ass kicked by frogs.
God damn it, shit for brains.
Can I add an extra thing to my favorite part?
It's Bert
Yes.
for short. Masturbator. I mean, Masturbator Bert. Yeah.
Master Burger.
Masturbator. Yes.
Yes, Eagle Talk has to also be there as favorite part.
Oh, Eagle Talk? Oh,
Can't believe
yeah.
my bird fucking tattled on me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't just your bird that tattled. The friggin' snake tattled on the both of us.
This was just an episode of Elves
You
for
guys
Sage,
act
honestly.
You guys act like nobody else realized that you guys had this thing going, and these looks, and these
secret little.
Well, we would have
brushes
appreciated
and
a minute
flirtation.
of. We would have appreciated a minute of secrecy.
I mean, you
Well-
did have
Privacy.
it.
We got a minute.
What's that? All you gotta do is just knock on the
Look,
door. You can come
Look,
in.
it's like this, okay?
There's no door on the closet. You guys kicked it off a long time ago. We all knew about it.
You just finally made it official.
Or you just put a glass door in replacement and let us watch.
I
the
have
whole
no
thing.
favorite moment. This episode was just L's. Just L's.
Oh, wow.
Let's face it. Let's face it. If he was here for this session, as soon as the kiss would have happened, Korric would have climbed out of a hole in the basement.
Yeah.
Just summoned by the kiss, just being like, I knew it.
He sniffs around.
really
I smell romance.
I'm really surprised we didn't find.
There's
Korric
potential in the air.
infirmary when we were there.
Oh, looks like your kids are excited too.
They always have something to say.
My favorite part. Let's see. All the Grayson. No, you don't get on the desk.
There you go.
My favorite part was I had a couple. Was all of the shit Sage got for getting beat up in the alleyway.
That was your fault.
You rolled poorly. That's not my fault.
I rolled great until you made me roll a disadvantage.
Yep.
15's still a good number.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
With disadvantage.
My favorite part also was the fact we all had this illustrious plan to have Amora be invisible to let her have some freedom, and the council's like, hey, we need her. And she just shows up in this beautiful gold gown, and Kyrish, without missing a beat, is like, oh yeah, this is normal. Meanwhile, everyone's like, who the fuck is that?
It was this day that Ishtok became a man.
He was.
God.
He was trying to dissuade from the fact that it was happening. Meanwhile, internally, he's like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
And the fact that he was all like shooting death daggers at the one council member that was just full on staring at Amora, and Ishtok is like, just stare at the floor, just stare at the floor, just stare at the floor.
Yep.
Oh, God. You know what? Go. I'm gonna save mine for last.
And also just the mindfuckery I put you guys through. Like, that was because I was thinking about, like, what else could I do to fuck with them about their companion's death?
Why are you so mean?
Because I have to keep my brain, like, occupied throughout the week that we play. So I'm like, what else can I do?
Entertain you to twist our feelings into knots?
Yep.
Apparently.
Yep.
Apparently.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I don't like you.
But
go ahead, Ben.
Solid. All right. And the fact that what's going to be even more entertaining is the ribbing that she's going to get on Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Hi, band members!
Oh, the band members!
Oh,
Hi,
yeah.
band members.
Hey, band members.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a like down below and comment on your favorite part of the episode. Don't forget to scratch that subscribe button and peck the bell so you know when the next episode of Gondra comes out. We all hope you're having a good one, and we will see you next time. Queen!
Bye.
Rhea.
Hello.
Bonjour.
Korric, you gotta say the bye.
Damn it, no! Ah!
DMobo out.